Welcome back, Dungeoneers. It's Sunday afternoon, and that can only mean one thing. It's time to play Dungeons & Dragons. You're watching Dice and Dungeons, and I'm here at the table with...
I'm David Wong. I play Nines the Tabaxi Bard.
I'm Nicole Bates. I play Soria, the Changeling Druid.
And I'm Greg. I'm playing Ulcid Ralph, the Furbog Fighter.
And I'm Alexis Bates, your trusty dungeon mistress. And I think that's the most normal introduction we've done in, 2 months.
Yeah.
Should we do it over now?
I feel like it felt wrong because it was so normal.
I'm Changeling
I'm
Druid.
David Nines, the Bardic Nordcat.
I'm Changeling Druid, the Nicole Nines player
This is good. This feels better.
who does the game.
This
And
feels
I have
much
no
better.
nines at all. None.
I don't
This
know.
is Shoots and Ladders.
Brought to you by...
I have...
Shoots and Ladders.
I only have a 5s. Darn. That felt better. Now I feel like we had a real introduction.
Okay.
Yeah.
You thank my battleship.
We have a few announcements to talk about today. So, first up, take it away, Greg.
Well, we are going to have a Halloween special on Halloween weekend. That's Saturday and Sunday. It will be a pre-recorded one, and we will be broadcasting probably not at 2 in the afternoon because that's not spooky enough. So it'll be sometime at night. We'll ask you to turn all of your lights off, get a creaky door that you can swing back and forth.
Get attacked
It'd
by
be
a
kind of
werewolf.
good. Maybe if you have a cat, you could
Spray paint it black.
Yeah, but don't use paint. Don't do that. Just don't do that to your cat.
I have an orange cat and I want to.
And we're going to be
black.
we're going to be different characters. Everybody is going to be somebody different than we are here. Yep. And that means that we can be killed
Yep.
and not have to.
We can be killed in here too.
Yeah. So stay tuned. That might happen, but probably
Joke's
not
on you,
until,
on 9 lives.
not until the second day, though. Until the Sunday episode.
Yeah, it's a 2-parter.
That's 2 parts.
Yeah.
No, you get to die at the beginning and just sit there awkwardly for a couple hours.
That's my goal.
Oh,
Might
yeah.
happen. You never know.
Could kill us all off in the first 30, 40 minutes of the first episode, and then
Could just
Tune in for part 2.
tune in.
crash our vehicle right at the start and I'll die immediately.
Yeah, maybe. We'll be using Ravenloft mechanics, which ever since reading about them when I think that was May they released that book, I have been dying to get it because it's
So to
spooky.
speak.
I get it.
Yeah.
So
Yes, I
what
get
if the DM is killed? Then what? Do we just keep going anyway?
I mean, if the DM is killed, I guess, I don't know.
Then we're playing the most horrible game of all reality.
Oh,
no.
no.
I spent over a year trying to escape from that.
So what should we tell them? What kind of that we're going to be?
We'll add in more later. I think.
Okay, we'll fill you in more later about what will happen, but it'll be a lot of fun. Our characters will be very different than they are now, and they'll be expendable.
That was all one introduction for one.
It was. No, it was good. I'm really excited to do this special because I have not shut up, as everyone around me knows, about Ravenloft mechanics. I love the spookiness. And I can't wait to play around with Dark Lord mechanics and those rules and designs and everything. Oh, I'm so excited. So that was the first announcement. And then we have another announcement from Nicole.
If I remember what it was.
These are always an adventure.
Geekified are
Go on.
All right, I need deathly silence if I'm going to get through this in one piece. Geekified, our longtime and wonderful sponsor, is giving us one of the new Wild by the Witchlight book.
Beyond
the Witchlight books. Almost made it. To give away to one of our viewers. So
Could be you.
thank you, Geekified, so much for providing us with one of these books to give away. And if you are interested in entering, all you have to do is go to our Instagram, which should be below us. I'm pointing at Wong right now, but just go past Wong and all the way down to below the video. And our Instagram links should be down there. All you have to do is be following us on Instagram and DM us the code word Witchlight. That's one word, I think, but if you put a space in it, that's fine.
Or a hyphen.
Or no hyphens.
Do they have to spell it correctly?
No.
It has to be understandable, and you're derailing my very good announcement. And there's one more important part that I have to get to, which is that we will be announcing our winner on October 17th.
That's correct.
And that's it.
There you go. So, little recap there so that we all get it. We will be giving away a copy of Wild Beyond the Witchlight because Geekified is amazing and they have sent us a copy to give away. I haven't received it yet. I'm going to blame slow mail on that one. And we will be giving that away on October 17th. To enter into the giveaway, follow us on Instagram and send us a DM of Witchlight. That can be one word, 2 words with a hyphen, however you like it, but just needs to be Witchlight, so we know you want to enter the giveaway. Our handle on Instagram is the letter N, Dungeons. That's our handle on Instagram, so that's where you can find us, because Dice and Dungeons was taken. So it's Dice Dungeons over on Instagram. And hope you guys will be over there. We'll be spreading the news about that on all our other social media accounts. And we'll be repeating it in all our streams until we do a giveaway.
Ad nauseum.
Exactly.
And I like that you have me do the announcements and then just do it again correctly.
They're fun. So thank you to Geekified for sponsoring that giveaway and for continuing to sponsor us. Of course, Geekified is a tabletop gaming store out of Vinton, Iowa. And if you want to help them out and support a local business, which is very important in the tabletop gaming world, is to support your local businesses, you can use our discount link, which is geekified.us/discount/Dice and Dungeons. Using that link gets you 5% off of your first purchase made through their store. And it also helps support us as a channel, which we really appreciate. So if you don't win the giveaway for Wild Beyond the Witchlight, which is a new adventure in the Feywild that can be dropped into any existing campaign or world setting, doesn't matter how you want to do it.
You could be playing Rogue Trader and still put it in.
Yeah, just drop it right in. Just go ahead. If you don't win the copy that we're giving away, but you still want to pick it up, you can buy it through Geekified, and they will be happy to send it to your home, no matter where you are in the United States. So thank you again, Geekified, for all the amazing support and for doing this giveaway and continuing to help us out. We appreciate everything. With that, I think we're done.
Really?
Yeah, that was a long intro.
Mm-hmm.
Should we start over?
I don't think so. I think we're good. Yeah.
Oh, do you just want to repeat what Alexis just said?
No. With that, Dungeoneers, let's roll. Welcome back, everyone. Last week,
on Dice and Dungeons. Our group managed to reach the depths of the tomb of the Pirate Lord Ira, and they came out with rich rewards and some new knowledge for Ulseth. Returning to the surface through some last little bits of pirate magic, they are now preparing to leave the depths and reboard the Stinky Badger en route to Krebstadt.
Wait, do all pirates have magic?
Just really old ones.
You know, the super cool ones have a little bit of magic.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like a specific like class of or a school of magic?
Nah, it's just a thing with pirates. They all get a little bit of magic.
Yeah. So, I think we were just about to board the Stinky Badger and continue on our way to Krebstadt.
That's with my fancy new cape.
Yeah, do you want me to work on identifying that for you, or do you just want to wear it?
Can you do it while I sleep?
No.
Well, we have accumulated quite a lot of things.
I have a lot of work to do.
That we need to sort out and identify, and divide up and identify
Yeah.
and figure out what they are.
How come new guy got so much stuff?
Yes.
But it was all non-magical stuff. It was like a piece of paper, a hat, and
A
like
chunk of wood.
a chunk
That's
of
nice
wood.
hat.
Yes.
I wanted that hat.
We could buy you a hat.
We did have bought me a hat. I wanted that hat.
I hope Captain Harriet does not get jealous of the hat. That would be very awkward.
I'm sure she'll be just fine.
Are you sure?
No, actually.
Is there such a thing as pirate envy?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
You're gonna go up to her and be like, "Hey, free hat!"
I believe you actually all witnessed a bit of pirate envy while we were on the road to the coastline.
Oh, Big Beard Bob or whatever his name was?
Yes. Yes.
Did we-
Whose
Guy we
ship
killed?
I won and definitely didn't steal.
Wait, weren't you supposed to give us a share of the bounty on him?
Yes, we haven't, gotten the bounty yet.
But didn't you drop him off in Stillborough?
Well, the bounty wasn't in Stillborough.
Then where is the bounty?
It's all the way over in Drogmara.
Oh. So it's gonna take a while.
Well, yes.
Alright.
They have to bring him to Drogmara, and then they have to pay my compatriots, and then they bring the gold back here.
Alright.
They're going to bring it back here on this island that isn't real?
No.
Oh, they're going to meet us at Krebstadt.
Oh, okay.
The
When
place
you,
of
when you
crabs.
said here, that was ambiguous.
Well, now that we're aboard the ship, right?
Are we back aboard the ship already?
I mean, we were just like,
Sure.
were we just standing on the sandbar?
I mean, you guys hadn't technically left the depths yet, but I mean, you
thought
can.
I thought we teleported back up at the end.
Yeah, you did, and it was like you're in the like entry room, the very first room of
Okay.
the dungeon. That's where it teleported you to.
Um,
But like, you could just go back on the ship. That's fine.
yeah, before we go up, I'll just make myself look like I got like half melted by some sort of horrible trap or something.
Why do you do these things? Okay,
What?
sure. Hello, Tabaxigan.
Oh, hi, Tabaxigan. Hi, Tabaxigan.
Goodbye. Sure. Yeah. You now look horribly burned or melted or something.
Yeah.
Oh God, you look horribly burned or melted or something.
Yeah, it was that trap that
That one trap.
that one trap. You remember it?
There were many
No,
traps.
I don't.
Oh. You know what? That's too much work. I'll go back to normal. Alright, let's go on the ship.
That didn't last long. That was the quickest peevishness I've ever seen from you.
Well, I mean, like, who am I gonna fool up there? The cook or like the guy with the super tragic backstory?
It's a very tragic
Not very
backstory.
Are we back at the
Oh,
ship
so
yet?
cool.
If you guys want to be back at the ship,
Let's.
I would like to climb back onto the ship.
okay.
Let's
You
get
then you're
back
on
to
the ship.
Yes, I would like to stop being wet.
9?
I'm assuming I'm carrying all this stuff for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have some of the smaller things,
You
like
just-
the bag and the bell.
There's like some shopping bags you're just like walking out of. basically adventurer mall.
It's like from the Trader Joe's.
The pirates.
Honestly, you probably only have to carry like the lantern and the sword. So Nines, would you like me to work on identifying your cloak first so that you can keep it the rest of the time? And it
Yeah,
just
so I can keep wearing it. It looks super cool.
Alright, can you if you want me to identify it while you're wearing it, you have to sit still for like a while.
I think I'll just give it to you.
Alright. So, is it the morning? What time is it?
It's basically, it took you, a whole day down in there.
Alright.
So it's probably pretty well after sunset at this point.
So this crew has had a whole day to free the ship from the island, and they haven't been able to do it.
I think it's free.
Yeah, they hit the sandbar. When you get back up, the island is actually beginning to sink back down a little bit, and the ship is because
floating free.
It's about to not be Tuesday.
Oh, you're right.
It's only the end of Tuesday is only a few hours away.
We better get on the ship.
Then the sun will be up in a few hours.
Otherwise, we'll sink with the island.
All right. Well, why don't you hold on to the cape and we'll sleep, and then I'll identify it.
All right.
Okay.
I want to hurry to the boat so I don't get more wet.
Yeah, we'll get on the boat, have a nice meal,
Yep.
stewed carrots, and then go
Find
to
another
bed.
person with a tragic backstory.
No, I think we should just
Oh,
sleep.
definitely.
Because
Well,
we all got kind
I have
of
to do
beat
my
up.
training. I want to do my
Oh.
fervent tech learning.
Yeah, I'll do training as well. With the captain.
Seriously? Oh, what is? So if I get a 10 and a 0, is that 100?
No,
No, that's a
that's
10.
a 10.
Yeah.
If you got a 0 and a 0, that would be 100.
No.
That's
I got-
how math works.
I got 10.
3 zeros added together equals 100.
But remember to make 2 rolls.
Oh, well, it can't be worse. And it's not. It's marginally better. 52.
Okay.
Ooh.
What are your 2 results? Sorry.
43 and 67.
Okay. And 9s?
86 and 77.
Dang.
Wow.
Good zithering.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well-
You should be able to
Yes.
serenade us tomorrow.
Yes, and I won't get thrown off the ship
No.
for playing in the middle of the night this time.
No, because
At
they'll be
least
sleeping.
not for playing in the middle of the night. Maybe something else.
All right.
So,
I'm guessing you guys take
A long rest.
a long rest.
Yes, please.
And then the day passes. And that was day, I think, 4 of your 12-day journey.
Yep. Or something like that, yeah.
Pretty sure that was day 4.
We've been down in a dungeon. I don't remember.
Time passes weirdly in dungeons.
I'm going to be spending the next however many number of days, basically just working on identifying what all these magic items are, using Arcana, because I don't have an identify spell.
Yeah, I think you can do that.
Alright.
Some might take you
Longer than others.
a little longer than others.
I will start with the cloak, though, so that Nines can have it back as soon as possible.
Okay.
And I don't know if you two want to help or just go do your own thing, but that's what I'll be doing for however long it takes.
Okay.
I'll sit and watch you
What does it
stare at
involve?
things and figure
What
them
do you
out.
do?
I carefully inspect all of the different runes
Boring.
and different auras that the magic items give off and cross-reference them.
As she's explaining this, I just wander
And I
off.
cross-reference them with things that I've observed in nature, and oh, you're gone, okay. And I ask, and then I just ask Dole.
I mean, are you calling Dole?
I wasn't planning on it.
Okay.
I'll stay with you and stare at you while you're staring at the objects.
Why don't you go make sure Nines doesn't get thrown off the ship Since you're not trained in Arcana, I can't actually help.
I guess I will go follow Nines to make sure that he is not thrown off the ship. And if he is, I will throw him a rope.
But
I'm gonna try to find someone who doesn't have a tragic backstory, just kind of like down on the luck backstory.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're on the road to recovery.
Okay, so you want to find someone who looks
Sober.
like
Soberine.
who looks like they've seen maybe some better days, but are on the mend.
Mm-hmm.
Basically,
I mean, they're on a pirate ship. Or ship containing pirates at different
Yeah,
ages.
they're at least on a ship containing pirates. You don't know if this is a pirate ship per se. Could just be like a merchant ship where you booked passage.
Transporting pirates.
They happen to be transporting pirates.
Yeah, well, they have to get from place to place too, don't they?
They do sometimes, and sometimes they don't have
Most
their own
of them
ships.
have a ship, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they have other pirate ships.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes another pirate has their ship. That's happened.
You were party to seeing the consequences of that.
Mm-hmm.
So you do find you find someone who matches this description. She's
How convenient.
Sure, it's a ship. There's probably like, I don't know, 75 people or so manning the vessel between the shifts and everything. She's currently on is not on her ship. She's eating down in the galley below.
That's
Excuse
unfortunate.
me, ma'am.
Yes?
I need you to tell me your backstory.
My backstory? What do you mean?
Yeah, that's why you're here.
Oh.
What are you doing? Can I have some of that?
Well, truth be told, I followed a guy that I met when we were going to college together. Bard colleges, you see. We're both performers, and well, he.
At this point, Ulseth decides that it's more interesting to go watch. So stare at artifacts, and I go do that. And I say, Nines, if you are about to be thrown off the ship, give me a call, okay?
Okay, well, the odds of that happening twice.
Do you want to hear the rest of his backstory? Or
Of course.
I'm still there.
okay. And when we got to the next city, he ended up leaving me for another woman and taking most of our money. So
Oh, that sucks.
now I'm working on this ship. Something
As
to
a
do.
performer?
No, I'm not performing here. I'm just
Have you tried performing?
Well, I'm trying to save up a little bit of money doing this sailing thing, so I can have a bit of cash and get a place in like Drugmara or oh man, I'd really like to make it over to Cormer. That big town. Tons of performers there. But, just trying to make my way for a little bit, figure out what I want to do next.
Are you gonna get revenge at any point?
Nah, it ain't worth it. He's just a scumbag.
Are you gonna finish that?
I mean, yeah. I'm assuming you're pointing at her food.
Yes.
I was.
Wasn't playing at college.
I was. I mean, she did finish college. And look where it got her.
On a ship full of
On a
pirates.
ship full of pirates.
That's something to aspire to. If those of you who are still in school, aim for that.
Stay in school, and you too can be on a ship full of pirates. You hear us, kids? 7-year-old demographic. I was planning on finishing it, but you can probably go to the kitchen and get some yourself.
It's all the way over there. I spent all yesterday walking.
Well, here, I can go get some more. If you're hungry.
I'm just gonna take her plane and go back to see Soria.
All right. Soria, why don't you roll
Arcana.
an Arcana check with advantage, and tell me the result.
And guidance.
At this point, I almost assume that.
I still technically need to say it, I think.
Yeah, you do, but in my head, I'm just like, of course, there's guidance.
21.
It takes you a while to identify. You're working on the cloak, right?
Yep, that's my first one.
As you've never seen anything quite like this before.
I haven't seen anything like a ship before either.
Yeah, you're coming into a world of new adventures and new items, concepts, ideas. This is all very entertaining. So, it takes you the better part of the day to ID this one item. And it is a fairly simple but very well made cloak. It is a very dark navy blue. That sort of blue that could easily be mistaken for black in the right light. And it's embroidered with this elaborate gold stitching and has sort of a point at the cowl. Comes down. Trying to paint a nice visual, since 9 seems to very much want this cloak. So all the edges of this cloak are trimmed in gold stitching, and it has an elaborate gold clasp that looks like 2 stingray tails latching together. This is a pirate cloak, after all.
Can I determine if it would destroy the enchantment if I cut 2 ear holes in it for him?
You're pretty sure it wouldn't destroy the enchantment, but you don't know if you're 100% confident in your specific tailoring work.
Yeah, just to chop 2 ear holes in, lopsided.
After some experimenting
Just like my ears.
with the object in question, because that's how you learn things, you find yourself playing around with the cloak and just sitting in your cabin. And then the next moment, you're actually up on deck.
The cloak of blacking out.
And then
Perfect for 9s.
one
and his
moment
infinite
later,
keg.
you're back in your cabin again. And it takes you a minute to figure out that this is a cloak of the Montebong.
All right. 9s, you can add this. Do you know what this does? I do, because I know D&D.
Well, did I see Soria disappear?
You said you'd come back.
Yes, but I'm not sure when that happened.
Since you didn't
I don't know
talk
how long
very
her boring
long,
story was.
you probably watched that part. Yeah.
Just eating food, just...
So I'm just sitting there like, okay, 2 people staring at me while I'm doing this.
I really wish I could get out of here.
9.
So we both saw Ishmaela disappear and then reappear.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a cloak of the Montebong, which, if my memory serves me correctly, lets you use Dimension Door once per day.
Oh, what does that do?
It lets you teleport yourself and up to one other person about 500 feet
That's cool.
to a designated location.
Just a one-way.
That would be a great way to end a performance.
Typically,
Just disappear.
Yeah. Leave before the audience can react.
It
Yeah,
will.
some throw tomatoes at me.
So here you go. I didn't cut ear holes in it yet because I didn't know how lopsided your ears were.
Very,
I think that earring is
very
weighing.
tattered.
The earring is weighing down one of them a little. It's a big root emerald, right?
Yes, and it makes it look very cute, even if Yeah, the voice is on that.
So that's Cloak of the Montebong.
Yep.
So what shall you do next? You want to do the ring?
I'll do the sword next. Because I assume I'm going to be giving that to you. Since you're the only one who's capable
Of using it.
of using a sword effectively. So, if it's not too late, I'll start working on the sword.
No, the sword you can probably get through today,
Okay.
since you actually have a little bit of an advantage on the sword.
Because I know that it's supposed to catch on fire.
Yeah, you've seen depictions of the sword and have some background knowledge. So go ahead and roll an Arcana check with advantage.
Guidance. 23.
It doesn't take you too terribly long, just an hour or two, to figure out that this is a sword, a saber, as I said, enchanted with flame tongue.
Does it, so it adds fire damage?
Yes.
Alright. Is it work effectively like a longsword? Or is it...
Since we use certain online database, they don't actually have a saber in their database. We'll just call it a longsword, even though that's not what pirates use, but for the stat block, it can be the same.
So, looking at it, if you want it, this is effectively the same as your current main hand. But it also, when you say the code word, which is
Flame on.
flame on,
I mean, you basically you form a telepathic link with the weapon. You can just activate it.
no, you have to say flame on and activate it with your mind at the same time. And when you do, here, I'll show you. Flame on. Right? Does it catch on fire?
Yeah, it does.
This will shed flames in a 40-foot, shed light in a 40-foot radius around you. And when you hit with it, it does an extra 2d6 fire damage.
2d6?
Fire.
So it's,
on top of.
So it does a d8 plus 4 like mine does now?
Yep.
Plus 2d6.
Yep.
Hmm.
Do you want it?
I will take that. I will alternate depending upon the situation.
All right. Flame off. But you have to attune to it.
I have to attune.
Yeah, which means you have to take an hour.
Okay, well.
Where are you going to find the time on this boat?
Yeah, really. We are so busy having guided tours, buffet lunches, magical islands appearing out of nowhere, running the ship aground full of traps and
only
dungeons.
on Tuesdays.
Also, it's a bonus action. If you're using bizarre game mechanics that our world seems to be focused around.
It's a bonus action.
Specifically,
2d6 is a bonus action.
To ignite the flames in the start, and it stays ignited until you
say flame off.
Yeah, that's it. Definitely.
More importantly, you have torch now.
And it's a torch, so you don't need those goggles anymore.
There is a minor correction to the damage stats. Since it's a saber, the 2d6 is this designed around a great sword enchantment stat block. So it's instead of 2d6 is 1d8.
So a d8 plus 4.
I was looking at the flame tongue longsword and our thingy.
Oh no, I'm wrong. You're right.
Nice.
Oh, and I just crossed it off.
Well, you need to make an update to your character sheet anyway.
Yeah,
I do.
especially if we ever hit a mythical level 3.
Sorry about that.
That can't possibly
No,
happen. You know how long it took us to get level 2?
I got confused and was looking at the wrong thing. That's okay.
I just don't want you to miss out
So
on
I
all
can-
that sweet
So
damage.
I can alternate my weapons. I still have both of them. I just have to say which one is equipped at any given time.
You just have to say which one you're drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
many swords are
I
you gonna have by the
don't
end of
think
the adventure?
that there's any real hindrance to you having those 2 swords
Like on one belt.
on your. Well, they'd probably each have their own belt. I don't think there's any real hindrance to you having those, and you can just draw which one
You want.
you choose. And I suppose you could even choose between.
I could use 2 long swords.
You basically could.
Sort of.
But then I wouldn't have the
But there are
weapon
some
that works.
downsides.
There would be some major downsides because they're not light weapons. So dual wielding a non-light weapon is going to cause a problem.
Well, that's okay
Yeah.
because Alashalar is the only one that works anyway, so there's no way I would give that up.
Yeah, it's a very versatile weapon.
But it's a very powerful sword. It's basically hitting a long sword and a great sword at the same time, and is magic, so it'll overcome some damage resistance. It's a very good weapon. I'm
Plus,
looking
fire is
forward
really
to.
cool.
I'm
Oh,
looking
fire's very
forward
cool.
to the immense power I'm gonna get from this lantern. What?
Well, you have to find out tomorrow.
I know. I
Because you
mean,
spent most of the day.
Nines can teleport at will now. You have a giant flaming sword. I'm sure I'm gonna have some awesome
Teleport!
stuff with this bell.
And so,
Is that the command word you want it to be to activate Dimension Door?
I'm just trying to activate it, even though it's already been used today.
Technically, I think to do the Cloak of the Montebong, if I'm remembering correctly, you basically like swish the cloak up over you and like disappear into it.
That's the intended illusion. If you wish to engage with that, that's
It's
sort of
very
the design
theatrical.
theme. You don't have to. You could just say "bamf" and like disappear somewhere.
Nightcrawler, bam!
Zow!
Northern Canadian town?
What?
Banff.
No.
Bam.
Bamf is the sound
bam.
effect. B-A-M-F.
Yeah, bam. Bam.
That's the sound effect that Nightcrawler makes when he teleports.
I
X-Men.
thought you were talking about some remote.
No, not talking about a Northern Canadian town, unfortunately.
Well, I'm going to.
Hello, lovely people in Banff. I don't think anyone there is going to watch this show. But if someone
Have a
wants to,
hashtag?
if someone wants to send this to the lovely people in Banff, Canada, hello.
I'm gonna practice my lockpicking.
I'm practicing my.
If we have time. Or did I spend all my time?
No, I mean, I've always allowed you guys to spend a little while before going to sleep.
Wow.
I rolled a 75 and a 20.
Okay.
I rolled a 30 and a 31.
Okay.
49 and 89.
Wow.
Nice grouping, Seth. That was okay.
Okay. Well, that day
So-
passed quickly.
Anything you guys would like to do today? I know Soria's identifying more items.
I'm going to keep working.
Okay.
This is very restful watching you identify items.
Yeah.
Which one are you going to do next?
Well, one of us, we should decide between us who's carrying this Revivify potion.
Probably the one of us who is less likely to die.
Least likely.
Among the 3 of us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nines.
Nines, you're carrying the Revivify potion. Because you have a teleportation cloak.
I'm glad that you have great faith that I won't die.
You can run away.
Yeah, you're a scaredy cat.
I have.
Here you go.
Go ahead and add that.
There you go.
All right. So are you guys just hanging out in the cabin? Are you gonna bring me snacks while I'm working?
What would you like from the galley? I believe they have like nothing really good there?
Just a lot of mashed potatoes.
Okay, I'll go to the galley to see what they've got.
All right. I'm going to be working on the bell.
All right, I'm making myself a little note here.
That I'm eating mashed potatoes.
Okay.
You who are shorty.
Yeah.
We wish to take a takeaway back to our cabin. What are you having today?
Oh, it's slim pickings today.
Could you say that in a way I can understand what you said, please?
Nope. There ain't much down here. Except food.
I will take 3 plates of whatever it is that you're serving and 3 spoons.
Oh, I'm serving up slop.
You have no mashed potatoes?
Oh, they're somewhere in there.
Okay. Do not feel you need to
What's
put too
up?
much
Bring
in
me the
each bowl.
salmon!
Oh, there's plenty to go around.
Does it have to make that sound effect?
Oh yeah, yes, man. Gets you 3 steaming, heaping bowls of
Slop.
whatever this is.
I would say thank you, but I am not sure that would be appropriate.
You're welcome. You know, the funny thing is it doesn't smell that bad. It mostly smells like a lot of potato, some citrus, and then like bits of fish, just kind of in a big old pot, because that's what he had to work with.
Anyway, I bring that back.
I'll casually leave it on the table.
No one's even gonna try slop, huh?
I'm casually gonna start eating it. It smells like fish. And there's might be mashed potatoes in it.
It's pretty much just potatoes, fish, and like a little bit of carrot,
Fine, I'll have it, but I'm going to
And then
definitely
some, like,
season it
lemon.
properly.
With oregano?
Oh yeah, can you throw some oregano wine here?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, mine too, please.
Bam,
Thank you.
bam, bam.
Radiation goodness! Nom, nom, nom. Blop, blop.
Okay.
It tastes okay.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes a lot better than it looks. It looks mostly brown.
Does the oregano make it pop?
Not really.
I'm putting paprika in mine.
Which one are you working on now?
The bell.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
With guidance?
Guidance.
And regular arcana?
Yeah.
Okay. You had been saying advantage before.
On this one, there's not an advantage.
Not nearly as good. 18 total.
Okay. This one, and the reason I didn't give you advantage is because this is one of the harder pieces to identify.
The bell is?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be really cool.
It has very few arcane markings, but does have an elaborate etching. This small bell, which is silver in appearance and, as far as you can tell, is the material that it seems to be made in. There's an elaborate etching on one side of this bell. There's a picture of an old-looking stone door, something with many designs set into the door, and it sort of appears to be something you might find in a very old city. It has this stately, grand gate appearance to it. And on the other side, it is the same image, save for one changed detail, and that stone door is slightly ajar. As you hold it close to your ear, there's a very low but pleasant humming noise that comes from it, and there's a strange effect as you listen to it. You cannot resist the urge to open your mouth. And when you pull the bell away, you find the ability to close your mouth again.
It's a dental assistant bell.
Stop humming, Elsa.
The bell you're able to determine is what's called a chime of opening.
Chime opening.
Why would have a pirate have something like this? What use could it possibly have for a pirate?
You would not need that
And you're
because
able
you
to
pick locks.
determine that this, when gently rung next to any locked object, would likely unlock it unless it were magically sealed. But a mechanical lock should open.
And looking at the chime of opening, it says it can be used 10 times.
You don't know how many times it has been used. There's no way for you to discern that.
All right.
So, what I'd like you all to do, should you choose to keep this and not sell it, is record the number of times you use it. And each time you use it, mark it down, and then I will tell you when it has been expended.
This is a magic bell that unlocks things, but it has a limited number of uses.
Oh, so then it is good that you are still practicing your picking locks.
Yeah, but this will do like something really quick, instantaneously, if we need it in a pinch.
Yes, or if you are unable to pick the lock.
Who would like to open? Who would like to hold it?
Well, since you are the
Can it
opener
like
of
open a
things-
locked food pantry?
No, Ulseth, here you go. You'll be the most responsible with the limited use item of the three of us.
I think there's probably some truth to that.
Okay.
So it's a chime of opening with some unknown number of uses. And it looks like it can open from a bit of a distance too, perhaps. So I'm gonna work next on the bag.
Okay.
The leather bag that I spotted falling.
I want you to roll an Arcana check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
There's hardly anything that tells you what this is about.
You need some help, Soria?
Well, I already rolled.
Oh, you should have given yourself guidance then.
I did.
Oh,
I forgot to say it though, so do I get to count it?
Yeah, sure.
Good, because I rolled a nat 1, plus 3, plus 5, so a total of 9.
9. It's your number. It is a
it's
good
best number.
Yes.
But can I use my DM inspiration?
You don't know the result yet, so if you want to use your DM inspiration for this, you can.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel sort of obligated since you're using the inspiration that I gave you to let you know you might just have to come back to this a little later.
Nope. Oh, no.
Okay.
25 total.
All right. Without any sort of markings, runes, stitching, nothing that gives this away. It is a dull leather bag, rough in appearance, rather scratched up. There's nothing that really told you anything about this. But eventually you were able to coax it open, which you were having trouble doing. And once you opened it up, you were able to start to understand there might be a little bit more to the inside of this bag than the outside. As you kept grabbing deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into this bag until your entire arm was inside this small leather pouch.
Ishmaela, do you need help? That bag is eating your arm.
What are you talking about?
It is a very tiny bag, and your arm has disappeared inside of it.
You should put your head inside, see what happens.
Okay. I'll stick my head in.
Inside, you see
I'll hold my breath.
a very, very dark space. You can't smell anything of note here.
I'm holding my breath, so that's why.
There are still some things that would pass over your olfactory senses.
I know, you're trying to paint a beautiful picture and I'm being stupid.
Darkness and nothingness.
The air smells perhaps a bit stale, if it smells like much of anything. And after a few moments, you come to the conclusion there's really nothing to see in here.
Also, you should probably take that off her head.
I go over and remove the bag. Pull the bag off your head.
You have found a bag of holding.
And is it empty?
Yeah, it is.
Alright.
It is empty. When you
It might have been full of pirate swag, so I wanted to check.
no, it was not full of anything but
Itself.
itself. You now have a bag of holding.
I'm going to add that to my... I'm taking that. You guys got a sword and a cloak.
And I am holding a bell.
That takes most of the day to accomplish these identifications.
Alright.
Is there anything else you'd like to do on the ship today?
Practice.
Okay.
Endlessly practice.
And I believe that's day 6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Why does
there it
that
is.
0 keep coming up? 50
Another
and
set.
52.
I heard 52. What was the other number?
50.
Oh, you're tight grouping.
Really, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I got 70 and 78.
Oh, look at you guys.
I got 76 and 4.
Well,
Okay. A little bit more polarity on that one. So that concludes
sixth
day.
It's the sixth day.
Six,
yeah.
yes, it is. It is
All
the
right.
6th day. Yes.
2 more things to identify. This would go way quicker if any of us could cast the identify spell.
No, I'm just gonna go bother Bob today.
Alright.
Okay. What items do you want to be IDing
I'm
today?
going to go try to catch a fish for you to turn into.
While they're doing those things, I'll be identifying the lantern and then the ring.
Okay.
And I think those are the last magic-related items, because I wrote down in my inventory the 2 ancient papers that we found,
Yep.
and then
Were
the
not
captain
magic.
took everything else.
Yep, we got a scroll
So
in a
That's
case.
his problem.
So I'm
and,
doing the
rest-
lantern
recipe.
and then the ring.
What were the other things you found? I want to make sure you wrote everything down.
A cloak, a sword, the bell, the bag, a lantern, a ring, a ancient scroll in a case with a watermark, which we're thinking was a deed, a crumpled paper where it looked like a recipe, also written in something else,
The revivify potion.
the revivify potion, and then
Lint.
there was the pirate code, the hat, and the handle that was given to the captain.
Yes. Okay. Good. You did write everything down.
Okay, cool.
Wanted to make sure you got all of your
Treasurer.
earned loot. So, first to fishing. We'll do fishing first. Why don't you? What should I do for a fishing check? I'm not really sure what the fishing check is going to be here.
I feel like it's a luck check, basically.
Yeah, let's just roll some percentile die.
Roll some percentile dice. If you're reeling in, it might be strength.
Yeah,
but like I feel
that's what I was thinking.
$60 or 6. 6.
Double 0. Yeah.
Okay, 6.
6.
That's really good.
That could be amazingly good luck.
Yeah, it could be.
Maybe.
As you are reeling in, one time you pull it up, and you notice that you happened to hook a sardine.
Like it's not in its mouth. It's just like you impaled the side of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you come down and show it to me?
Yeah, you've never seen a sardine before.
No. It smells awful.
Yeah.
Take a mental picture.
I'm going to throw this back when you're done with it.
All right. You don't want to cook it?
No.
Got impaled.
I will give it to Shorty. It will no doubt add significantly good flavor to his mush. I give the sardine to Shorty and go back and fish some more.
Ooh, you want me to cook this up for you?
No, I want you to cook it for the rest of the crew. I do not want to ever have it again.
Oh, all right.
Unless Nines would like to have it.
Did you guys want any more of the food tonight?
No, thank you.
I'll cook.
Oh, well, it's all right. I was making seared foie gras tonight, but that's fine.
I don't want to know what Shorty thinks seared foie gras is. No, I don't want to know.
You're out there fishing.
You see in the background swollen goose carcass. I mean, that's where you get foie gras.
Yeah, right.
May as well bring the whole goose.
Right? Yeah.
Down in the captain's quarters, meaning the captain's quarters, which is basically a room beneath deck.
Bob,
Yes.
I'm bored. Are we there yet?
Well, a little over halfway by my count. Is there some way I can help you with your boredom?
Yeah, what do you recommend?
Oh, well, if I'm bored at sea, usually I take to trying to learn new dance moves.
You?
Well, yes. I figure if you can learn to do the dance moves well on board of a swaying, rocking ship, doing them in a dance hall should be no challenge at all. Well,
I have to believe you.
Practicing
Show me your dance
sword
moves.
play. Sometimes I do two at the same time.
Show me how to dance.
Well, all right. Do you have a particular style that you'd like to learn?
No.
All right. Then why don't we start with a simple two-step? And do you want to go through a dance lesson with
Yes.
Captain
I'm going
Bob?
to- Captain Bob will teach me how to dance.
Okay. I want you to roll, since you are, of course, a trained performer, I would like you to roll your performance check. Since you're learning a new technique here, I'm not going to say with advantage.
But because I'm on a boat, you're going to tell me with disadvantage.
No.
Well, I got a 14.
You know, you're not half bad at this.
15. I got a 15.
And, you get the basics down of, simple two-step. After an hour or two of lessons. See? Now you'll be all the better in a dance hall.
Dip him.
Thanks. Are we there yet?
No. That only took a few hours.
Oh. Are all boat rides this long?
Not all. Some are simply shore excursions. You go out, you typically in a rowboat of some sort. And I go try to catch some
Sea monsters,
mythic
yes.
sea monster, maybe a lake monster. You never know. Some
We
are
use
just a few
chicken. We
hours.
use chicken to try to catch ours.
I have found that chicken is a good way to lure your lake monsters. Sea monsters, I have found, tend to prefer larger sorts of prey.
As I told Olsef, just throw entire goat in there. You didn't want to put the goat in the boat.
Well, putting a goat in a boat is a rather challenging task. No one ever says, oh, it's just as easy as putting a goat in a boat.
The problem when you put the goat in the boat, it barely floats.
No, goat boats have a hard time floating. They might
And
do
then
a
the
little
boat
bit,
starts to bloat, and then you're just like, ah!
If you
and
ever
all you
got
can
the-
do is thank God that you're not on a moat.
But if you ever got a goat in a boat, you could gloat about it.
One could. When did you get here?
Not good.
Sometimes,
It's like gloated about the goat in
sometimes
our
we're just
boat.
lucky that we're not in a place.
I
You know-
turn into a stoat.
This is one of the more interesting conversations that I've had about goats and boats and floating with them. I think we can maybe put this on a tote.
Let's go to business. I'm stealing it now. Goodbye.
Well, have a nice day, I suppose. Back in the cabin,
Yeah.
identifying things.
Yep.
You were working on the ring. Yes?
No, I was working on the lantern.
You were on the lantern. Excuse me. Roll an arcane check with advantage.
Say guidance.
I said guidance in my head, and then I said it out loud.
I like how you just never ask for bardic inspiration when doing this either.
25. You're talking with the captain.
Yeah, you're learning dance moves, buddy.
You're not present.
I was at one point.
25.
You've never given bardic inspiration to me, so I don't expect it. 25 total.
The lantern is, well, hardly interesting. It's actually a little frustrating because you can tell it's magical, but it's just so plain. It's a little bit hard to figure out exactly what it does. And then you get the idea to put a candle in it. It's a simple wooden frame with a steel top to it to cover it, and a little spike in the center at the base to hold the candle. Put a candle in and light it, and it puts off a light that shifts from the color of the candle. The light given off through the glass is slightly blue, as the candlelight, of course, is generally white. And it takes you a little while to figure out that this is a lantern of revealing.
Which does what?
A lantern of revealing allows the user of this lantern, and it is a hooded lantern, to see invisible creatures and objects as long as they are within the candle's light, the lantern's light here, within about 30 feet.
Okay.
So, if there are any invisible creatures or objects around you, and this lantern is lit, then it will reveal it when it enters the field of light through
Well,
an
Seth, turn invisible.
Okay, I will do that. You see me?
Yeah. Right? Do I see him?
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you broken?
I don't know. Blow out the candle, see if I disappear.
He disappears.
This is a lantern of revealing. It makes invisible creatures visible in its light.
Well, that could be very handy if we see something that we cannot see.
What?
Yes.
If you mean if we can't need to see something we can't see.
If we would like to see something that we cannot see, that would help us see.
But how will we
thing.
know if there's something we need to see if we don't know if we can see it?
Does that mean we need to have it on all the time whenever we are going somewhere where we might see something we can't see?
Who
Can you
wants
shove
it?
your sword into it?
Who wants to carry the lantern?
Olsef! Olsef wants to carry the lantern.
I will
You
carry
know-
the lantern.
I think I think if you like put your sword in it, I think you probably could use the flames from the sword if it were inside the lantern to cast light
It
out.
would be really awkward, though.
It'd be very awkward, but I think you could.
Leave the candle in the lantern.
All right, here you go. Since I have high perception,
And I have
but
the
imagine if
ability
you-
to carry many things.
Imagine if you use the lantern as a hilt for your sword.
I don't think that would be extremely cumbersome and accomplish nothing.
That'd look cool!
And I would have to say flame on.
My sword sees all! Just hit people with it.
I'm going to then work on the ring.
Okay. I want you to roll an Arcana check. No advantage.
9s, can I have inspiration?
I thought you never asked! Wait, no, hold on. There, you're inspired now!
Very inspiring. That zither sounded like a guitar.
Yes, it does that when you're good at it.
Guidance.
When you're
I
good at
rolled-
zithers, they sound like other
I
instruments.
rolled pretty bad, so it's a good thing I had that. It's 13 total.
This one, you can't quite figure it out for the moment. What you're able to discern is some of the more obvious elements. It's a gold ring, and it has a simple oval-shaped onyx gem set into its ring. And you get the idea that this has something to do with protection, but you're not sure quite what yet. There's some sort of defensive, protective energies coming off of this, but after a while you get frustrated and feel that perhaps sleeping on it.
I'm going to need to work more on my precious.
You who are 9s,
Yes!
this fishing thing, I think, would go much better if there were mead.
I will sit with Olsef and we are going to drink.
And fish, go ahead and roll another percentile die.
Another luck check.
Yeah.
Oh my. Look
Did
at
you
that.
just get
I just got a 99.
99?
I have
Okay.
to show that to you because that was so unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Jeez. 11.
Wow.
That's with my +6 modifier.
All right. Well then. Whew. You are pulled out of your chair on the deck and are slammed up against the side rail of the ship. You feel the wood railing start to give way against your weight as you come crashing into it.
9's is just like,
I think I have caught a lot.
Olsef, did you catch something?
just takes another sip of your mead.
I think I need some more mead.
Maybe give him some inspiration.
The sailors.
Does he actually... Does Olsef actually still have a, have it on the hook?
Yeah, there's still still a fish. I had like 2 thresholds. One to see if you kept your rod, and then another to see if you kept your seat.
Yeah.
And the seat was higher threshold than keeping the rod.
Yeah.
So you kept the rod, just not your seat, and now you're struggling with this thing. So
I am struggling mightily with this, whatever it is on the end of this rope, on the end of this pole. It is strong and pulling on me.
are you giving him inspiration?
Yes, I am giving him inspiration.
All right.
I'm just watching him just struggle.
just casually strumming away over there. Hey,
Go to
Olsef,
Olsef.
you look like you're really struggling.
I am struggling
Hey
with.
guys, it looks like Olsef has another thing.
I have quite a thing on this rod.
I assume I'm still down below.
Yeah, you're still down below.
Yeah.
Some of the deckhands
trying to
come
pull
rushing
it back.
over and start giving you a hand. Make an athletics check with advantage.
And
You have about
inspiration.
4 or 5 people helping you out now.
This has to be better because it's with an advantage. Ooh, yeah. 19 and 6 is 25, and 6 is 31.
All
That's a
right.
good inspiration.
Yeah.
Good thing the inspiration gave me a 6 bonus.
You reel this in, sort of just luck, basically, because by the time that you are done reeling in this very, very large
Thing.
catch, the rod is just splintered. Like there's nothing left of it.
I hope we did not leave a deposit on this rod.
It's completely ruined. It wasn't meant to take the weight of this. And you pull out a giant Manta Ray.
Wow.
I yell down.
This
You who are now
is
Ishmael, you must come up to see this.
Oh, okay.
it is almost 30 feet wide.
Oh, this is large.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, Olsef, you
I-
pulled that up?
After last session, or 2 sessions ago, I made a little table with things that you could catch. Yeah. And, I put some really cool stuff in there. And you pulled up a giant Manta Ray on this one.
I will come up and look at it.
It's huge.
So,
They're just like breathing on us.
No.
I mean, as much as it can,
The
it's
gills are-
a Manta Ray, so it has gills.
this is pretty cool, though. So, should we release it?
Yes, have you seen it enough so that you could become one if you wished?
Yep. We locked
Actually, are
eyes.
they delicious or not?
It's sort of like shark. Ray is a type of shark.
Are sharks delicious?
Not really.
Or Shorty?
It's mostly cartilage.
Shorty! Is Manta Ray delicious?
I wouldn't cook that thing if I were you. That's a whole big old mess. There's a lot of wasted stuff on the deck.
And then he just kind of goes back down below deck.
This was most exciting, catching this gigantic.
This was
manta ray.
amazing.
It is. I had could not imagine that such a thing lived in the sea.
Can I cast Speak with Animal on it?
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
Excuse me, giant sea monster!
What?
If I throw you back, will you grant me 3 wishes?
I don't have wishes to grant, but I'll live.
Alright, Olsef, let's throw him back in. He doesn't seem to be doing too hot.
It was great to see you.
It was nice meeting you, Ray.
Uh-huh.
And
I wish I could put hat on you, but I think it would just float away.
I'll take the hook out of this whatever.
Tiny hook out
Tiny-
of this 30-foot.
Hook out of this 30-foot monster and let it slip gently back into the sea.
By
What
gently, you
happened
mean it
here
just-
is
It just goes.
your line caught a fish. It caught that fish.
Did we get the fish at least?
No. No. The fish is inside of its belly.
Was there anything else in that side of that belly that was cool?
I'm sure there was.
Man, that was probably...
All the deckhands helped splash it down, and they then crack open a small cask of some sort of ale.
Giant manta rays are really good luck.
And they say, hey, we caught a ray and let it go. That's good luck.
Yeah.
Yes, I didn't get his name. Ray! What's your name?
Raymond.
You do not get a response.
Ew.
The ray wasn't particularly happy at being hooked on a line.
Even though it got a free fish.
I mean, it worked for that fish.
I hold out my mug and said, I would like to imbibe in some of your celebratory ale, please.
Oh, they are passing it around. So everyone gets to have a drink.
Well, that was really distracting, so I'm not going to be able to finish identifying this ring, and there wasn't until tomorrow. Because there weren't any other extenuating circumstances, though.
Now we have to get you a new fishing rod.
Yeah, we need to get you a new fishing rod.
I hope they have more than one aboard this ship. And I'm glad we not have to put down a deposit, because that would have been lost.
All right.
We are clearly too poor to afford fishing rods.
Well, I'm going to work on lockpicking tonight.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your
Work on fervent tech.
roll your checks. Yeah.
55 and 34.
All right.
Well, not nearly as good as with fishing. 18 and 29.
Okay. And nines.
26 and 37.
Okay. Then that is the end of day 7.
All right.
Day
gonna
8.
Keep working on this stupid ring.
Okay.
I'm going to do some more fishing because I'm helping Zoria.
Learn about all the sea creatures.
Except I don't have a rod.
Let's start with the ring.
All right.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check with advantage.
And guidance. 14. I rolled 2 5s and a 4.
Wow. Unfortunate. But it'll do for this, since you'd made some progress yesterday. After playing around with this for a little while, and you discover part of the reason why it had been so frustrating to try to identify. Because even though you could tell it was some sort of protective enchantment, there's nothing impacting you that would, well, that you know it would protect you from. It is a ring of mind shielding.
A ring of mind shielding.
Yep.
What that lets me do then is what?
When you are wearing this ring, you're immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts, determine whether you are lying, know your alignment, or know your creature type. Creatures can telepathically communicate with you only if you allow it. You can use an action to cause the ring to become invisible until you use another action to make it visible, or until you remove the ring or die. And if you die while wearing the ring, your soul enters it, unless it already houses a soul. You can remain in the ring or depart for the afterlife. That is your choice. As long as your soul is in the ring, you can telepathically communicate with any creature wearing it. And a wearer can't prevent this telepathic communication.
Well, do you mind if I take this? Because it will help me stay undercover as a changeling a lot more, because they can't magically determine my creature type and stuff.
And did I understand that if you lie, they can't tell?
Not magically. So if it's like, hey, I noticed you're really nervous, kind of like what I do with insight.
Yeah.
I can't lie my way past that. But if there's like a zone of truth or something,
I see.
I would be immune to it.
Well, I am fine with you having that ring. Nines, is it all right?
No one's ever tried to figure out what I think.
What do you think?
What?
All right, I'll take the ring.
Okay.
And I will attune it.
Okay. The attuning process for this is basically just spending enough time with it on you.
Okay.
I go to the excursions and ship activities desk and ask if they have another fishing rod that I could borrow.
Is this just the chef again?
Yeah, what you need?
I need a new fishing rod. The other one was insufficient.
Well, see, that's what you get when you try to catch one of them big boys on the side of the ship. So, here, take one of these suckers over here.
And he reaches up behind him and pulls down a much more sturdy looking pole.
Okay, I take that and go up and start fishing again.
Okay. Nines.
Do you have meat again today?
Yeah, here's have some meat. I'm gonna go bother Bob again.
Thank you.
Nines, I need you to roll some percentile dice.
17.
Okay.
Hello, Tabaxi God.
Well, hello, Tabaxi God. As you sail today, the wind picks up a little bit, and you head into a thick fog bank and lose visibility. The crew is a bit more anxious than they have been.
This bank is not at all like the
Oh,
one
are
at
we
the
there
further
yet?
lake.
No, I'm afraid not. We have now completed 7 days of travel. On the 8th, we're in the last bit of our journey, but still a few more days before we're there.
Where does fog come from?
Well, I don't know. Could be a weather pattern. Could be magic. It could be imminent doom. You never can be too sure out in the sea.
I hope it's not that last one. Anyway, I'm bored again. What do I do?
I mean, I can teach you more dance moves if you'd like.
All right, but those guys in the corner keep watching us.
Well, they do that. The dance enthusiasts.
You just have dance enthusiasts on this merchant pirate ship?
Anyone can be a dance enthusiast. It's one of the most exciting and entertaining activities you can engage in is dance.
All right. But you have to cage me a really sick dance this time.
Oh, do you have any particular dance in mind?
Oh, I don't know. I don't dance.
The Macarena.
You're not there.
I just shout that. The walls are really thin.
All right.
Is this ship?
In the ship, yeah. They put all the thick wood on the outside and it's really flimsy on the inside.
Today, Bob is going to teach you.
Tango.
I was debating between tango and mambo.
I don't know the difference.
Mambo is a style of dance, whereas tango is a dance done to a specific song.
Whatever has the most hip action.
They both have a whole lot of it.
Mambo.
Okay. So, today, Bob is going to teach you a bit of Mambo. And go ahead and roll a performance check with advantage.
If I was with advantage, that's going to be a dirty 20.
You start to, well, really get into this one. This is a really entertaining, exciting form of dancing, and it speaks to you a lot more than the two-step did. This is a very expressive form of dancing.
This is much better than two-step. Why didn't you do this one first?
Well, I wasn't sure of your capabilities. This is a bit more demanding than a simple two-step.
I assume this is how Nines dances.
Nines dances however you tell him how to dance. I'm sure that the grandeur of your chair mambo is just not coming across through the Zoom call. I'm sure it's just not happening. It's unfortunate. Viewers are really gonna miss out.
It's on the hips, which is off camera.
Maybe we'll make a promo video one day.
And Ulseth, you find no fish today.
I don't even get to try to find a fish.
It seems like all the activity in the water has basically disappeared.
Oh man, that's like when there's no birds chirping in the woods.
Ulseth, I heard there's plenty of fish in the sea. How many have you caught?
I have caught nothing today. It is as though they had just disappeared. I wonder if they are lost in the fog.
I don't think there's fog underwater. Maybe you just haven't drank enough yet. Have another glass of mead.
Oh, thank you. That will probably help.
There's nothing problematic about drinking right now.
When in doubt, just drink more.
Hey, so I figured out what this ring is. Have you caught anything yet?
No, there are no fish in the sea today.
At all?
None. No.
Wow.
Okay.
They all seem to have scattered or have become lost in the fog.
Is there fog underwater?
I do not know. I have not ever been underwater at all, much less in the fog. I do not wish to find out.
Oh, I could tie a rope around your waist.
No, that is all right.
You'd have to learn the rope.
Yes, you might make great bait.
You who are Bob,
Catch biggest fish.
is it unusual to have no fish in the sea?
I would say so, yes. That's a little unnerving. Are there no fish in the sea?
No, there have been no fish in the sea today.
Well, I'm a little bit nervous, to tell you the truth.
Why is that?
Because of your dance with Nines? Or with feelings inside of you that you didn't know you had?
Oh, no. Heavens, no.
Oh.
Well, those feelings have been there for a long time. You don't need to worry.
Yes, everyone has a good time with Nines.
I know who I am and what I like out of life. Now, the lack of fish in the sea, that's more disturbing. Usually that portends something really terrible happening.
Oh, what are the odds of that happening again?
Oh, quite high, actually. I've been sailing with these waters for more than a decade now, and anytime we can't catch any fish as we're, at least when we're not too very far off the coast, usually it means that we're going to suffer some horrible fate in the very near future. But I'm
more than
sure
a
that we're
decade?
fine here. What'd you say?
Yeah, more than a decade? Wow, where did you begin your journey?
I've rarely been someone who lacks words for a situation, and yet I find myself in that exact position now. Have a good night.
But wait, you were worried, right?
pops his head back in. Oh, very, indeed. Good night.
Oh, I guess. Should we go to bed then?
Yes. If something terrible is going to happen, I would rather sleep through it.
I'm gonna cook us something tonight.
Oh, good, yes.
I'm finally done with all these magic items, so I have time.
I unfortunately were not able to catch any fresh fish for you to cook.
That's all right.
There seemed to be no fish in the sea.
That's okay. I'm gonna just make pancakes with jelly.
That sounds very good.
So I do like pancakes.
Okay.
Pretzel, but
Those are hard
I
to
don't
make.
see a need to make you roll a check here
On my pancakes.
on your pancakes.
no pancake check.
Well, I'll have pancakes under the stars. Well, under the no, it's foggy out. Never mind.
Yeah, there's no stars out
Dang.
tonight.
Okay.
Okay. Well, those were excellent pancakes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was much better than Shorty's cook.
Yeah. That's not saying much.
I do my fervent
That's high
heckler.
praise.
I'm gonna practice lock picking as well.
Wow. 56 and 23.
Okay. Very good.
82 and 68.
Nine.
62 and 73.
Okay. In the wee early morning hours of the next day, you all three are awoken by shouting and what sounds a bit like combat up above your heads on the
I
top
grab the
deck.
nearest broom and I hit it against the top.
There is
Keep it down! Trying to sleep!
there's no broom in here, but I'm sure you can bang on the ceiling if you want.
Oh, that's what I do. I'm sure I have something. Just
have a
I grab
club.
my club.
All right. There's definitely something going on
We
outside
should-
your cabin.
All right.
I am awake now because
Let's-
there is something definitely going on up
Very
there.
quickly put our armor on
Yes.
and then run upstairs.
Okay.
Equip my weapons.
It does take you about 10 minutes to get ready, but the fighting is still going on.
All right. It takes so long to put on armor.
Yeah, it's not exactly a quick affair. There are, three of you, so you can help each other. But no.
Also,
When
doesn't like
you-
us touching this stuff.
Yeah.
When you get up to the top deck, you see the scenes of a fairly pitched battle going on between all the deckhands and these sort of serpentine, scaly, humanoid creatures brandishing weapons and charging, and they're all fighting, and they're making these sort of hissing, gurgling sounds.
We should probably
What's going on?
let's go help.
Well, this would be what's known as a Haugen Raid.
Oh, who raid?
The Haugens, they don't like us. The scaly, fishy people that live underneath the waters. And every once in a while, they just decide that they're going to kill some random passing ship. They do that with many ships. We happen to be the most recent attack, it appears. So, I would grab your weapons and come give a hand, because they're really gonna need it. As you see several of the deckhands get thrown over the side of the ship by one of the Haugen fighters.
Yeah, let's hurry up and help before more people die.
Okay. I throw over a life ring.
Okay.
A life preserver to the people who
Are there life preservers?
there must be in the sea.
There's some ropes, but there's not.
Well, I toss some ropes over.
Okay.
Just
This
the end of the
ropes.
rope. I tie, one end is tied to the ship so that there's not just this chunk of rope in the water. That would be pointless to do that.
There's always ropes on ships. If there's one thing about a ship, there's lots of ropes. Would you?
Very
Are
good.
we using non-lethal damage on these guys?
Me?
I wouldn't recommend it.
No, I think we'll see how I feel when the time comes. Let's fight for now.
If you wouldn't mind placing this character, basically where Soria is standing now, and the three of you are just around the center mast there, having just come up from the decks below.
Well, Seth was throwing a rope off the end, right?
Yeah, so he can be over on the side.
Like that.
And then, if you wouldn't mind placing Bob,
Where?
just next to Nines. And you guys are now engaged in combat here. So, I need initiative rolls from everybody.
Right. Jeez.
It's been a session.
Since I last fight.
Since your
I
last
know,
fight.
right? I wasn't expecting a combat.
Sorry, what's your initiative?
7.
Cool, Seth.
10.
Nines.
8, 7, 6, 5.
Okay. And there we go. Perfect. Well, Seth, you go first.
Oh,
Wow.
Whoa.
Everyone rolled badly.
including the fish person.
Everyone rolled badly.
Well,
It's the one fish person right now.
I turned toward the fish person, drawing.
It's probably like those other fights we've had where we're like in a little fight within the sea of a fight. Right?
Well, also, if you should have
Yes,
turned your sword on
there's,
before you walked outside.
There's a swirling
Does it take a whole action to
combat
say
going
turn
on all around you as the rest of the deckhands are engaged, and the four of you find yourself engaged with just one of these combatants. That's the
Does
scene
it take
here.
an action to say turn on or flame
It's a
on?
bonus action.
Yep, it's a bonus action.
So I can just do that. I can say flame on and then attack.
Yeah,
Yep.
but you can't use your offhand attack.
This
because
round.
that's a bonus action. This round.
Okay, I'll do that. I will try out my new Bernie weapon.
You know,
Okay.
Flame on.
I assume you're going over too.
Yep. The flaming sword of doom.
Flaming sword. I like it. Go ahead and roll.
We don't know if it's of doom yet.
16.
16 hits. Go ahead and
It's
roll for
already
damage.
better than your old sword.
Yeah. Look at this.
Yeah, it worked. So I get a D8
And two D6s.
plus 4. Well, that's 9. And 7 more. 16.
Jeez.
16 Bernie flamey damage.
That sword's way better.
You plunge your sword through the side of this creature, and it releases some horrible scream, and
Oh, you have bad breath. Oh.
you draw your blade back out as it spills some dark liquid from the wound. Is there anything else you want to do this round?
As I say, you who are Captain Harriet, I'm afraid that this has made a mess on your deck.
She is very much engaged with other activities at the moment. Up by the helm, trying to fend off things. There's no way she heard you.
At least I tried to tell her.
I'm sure she appreciates it. Okay, Nines, you're up. And then Soria.
I'm going to cast a vicious mockery at that thing.
I love
Excuse
it.
me, fish lizard monster. You look look like you're so dumb you couldn't graduate college. Because you suck.
It just spits in your direction.
Well, that's classic lizard monster.
Yeah.
Doesn't even care about higher education.
Not once. And I'll inspire Soria.
Wow, okay.
You acted so... like I just don't pay attention to you.
Yeah. I'm very inspired. Thank you, Nines.
You're welcome. I'm just gonna stand here now.
Oh no. Devexigad again.
Hello, God.
Blessing this combat. And in front of the camera. There you go.
There it is.
That's the best transition.
Tail wave.
Tail wave.
You said it was my turn now?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
it is your turn now.
Wow. Fish monster did very badly.
Oh, Fish Monster did quite badly. Fish Monster rolled worse than everybody.
I'm gonna move over here, sort of behind that mast, and I'm going to use thorn whip,
All right.
pulling out my little bramble, and inciting the words to slash out at it. And I used the inspiration, but I didn't really need to, I guess. But I wanted to make sure it worked. That is 30 to hit.
What?
30 to hit.
I rolled a 19 plus 4 plus 7.
I've never seen you get that high on your Thorn Whip. Yeah, that'll hit. Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
16 did, but 30 doesn't. It's
I do.
overkill.
A full 6 piercing damage,
Okay.
and it's yanked 10 feet towards me, which should trigger an attack of opportunity from both, because it will pass both out of Ulseth's range and
Yeah.
the captain's range.
Yeah, well. So, the captain,
Well, Ulseth goes first.
Ulseth goes first, and the captain will also make an
Yeah.
attack of opportunity. So go ahead.
I raised Flamey Sword again.
Yep.
Flame is still on.
Oh yeah, once you declare it on,
It's on.
it's on.
Jeez, no. Never mind.
We rolled a nat 1.
I rolled a 1.
That's
So,
You're just getting used to the new weight and not burning yourself.
yeah.
it's a little off. It's also still very early. The sun isn't fully up. The light's disorienting. As you swing your sword,
I just missed.
You didn't really tie that pauldron on right. It's a little...
I just,
Your arms are tired from all that fishing you did.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Or something.
All the
Or I
excuses.
just missed.
No.
fortunately, the captain, however, did not, and finds with his rapier a pretty good chunk of flesh out of the side of this creature as it carves along the edge of its arm, leaving a big nasty wound that's now bleeding, and it goes.
It does not have a very large vocabulary.
I'm gonna use my last little piece of movement.
Or you just can't understand its vocabulary. So, with your turn done, it's now the captain's turn. And the captain will move towards you, Saria, getting in between it and you. Move him one more. There we go. Yeah.
There's a mass there, though.
Well, there's a mask there.
Yes. And he takes aim with his pistol that you've seen before. Let's see if he hits. It is in
Sort of
half
around the
cover.
mask. Yeah.
Still hits though. And deals. Ooh, wow. Nicely done on the damage, Captain. Now draws his weapon out, aims, and precisely shoots straight through the combatant's shoulder, blowing a hole there, and that arm goes limp, and now it's having trouble moving it around as it lets out a little. Well, I hope that you all can do something to help with this, because I think it's going to be very, very upset in a moment.
Wow, is that a bad thing?
In my experience, yes. Yes, it's actually quite bad.
I don't know, he looks pretty beat up. What's the worst that could happen?
It's now its turn. And I don't think no one's taken damage yet, correct?
It has.
Yeah, none of you all have taken damage. Okay.
We're okay so far.
It goes lunging towards Ulseth
None.
and swings out. What's your AC, Ulseth?
15.
With its first attack, it reaches out with its claws and attempts to swipe at you. And then, with the second attack, tries to reach out and bite you. And it grabs onto your shoulder and pierces through the thin armor up there, dealing...
You should have tied your pauldron better.
My pauldron should have been larger.
Dealing 6 damage to you.
Oof.
As it sinks its teeth in and it tears some of your flesh out. It shoves back from you and then lunges forward with its trident.
Wow.
Jeez, these things are nasty.
It is bad.
And you said your AC was 15?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That will deal... $11 damage.
Ooh.
Oh, that hurt.
Hey, what's the free trident?
As it stabs the trident into the side of your body and wiggles it around and then pulls back.
Oh, that was most painful.
Was the wiggle necessary?
Hey, he took your trident away!
That's a yes.
And now, Ulseth, it is your turn.
Okay, well, I guess I will retaliate with Bernie weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, flamey sword.
By the flame of Arnor.
Yeah, that's 25.
Definitely hits. At the moment, we know 16 and more hits.
Well, what about 32?
Yeah.
16.
Right
That's
out.
16 damage.
16 damage.
with that sword. Jeez, that thing puts out damage.
Yeah, it's all the extra d6s. That was more than half of it.
Yeah.
And then I raise Alashalar
Yeah.
and swipe at its face.
All right.
And got a 1 again. Every
You-
other time.
You
I
did just get a trident in your stomach. You can be forgiven for this.
Yes, and my shoulder's torn up.
Yeah.
9s, it is your turn.
And Cash Vicious Mockery again.
Okay.
Wow, you really should have gone to college. You're too stupid that you think Ulseth is food. He tastes terrible. I could have told you that.
Whatever that means, roll for damage. Failed its wisdom check.
That's 1 damage.
But its next attack is at disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gains
One of its
disadvantage on its
threes.
next attack.
And will inspire
Also,
Ulseth's doing fine. I can't fix his nat ones.
there's only so much you could do.
We'll just do it with the captain since he has a gun.
Okay. Thank you. I'm inspired.
Yes, you are. Now shoot that thing.
Anything else you want to do on your turn?
That looked pretty brutal. I'm gonna walk away from it.
Like back here.
That's about as far as you can go because there's other people fighting right there.
Okay.
Yes,
We're
but the
doing-
other ones aren't interested in me.
We're a little bit theater of the mind on that one there. It's a little crowded on the deck. So, that brings up Soria's turn.
Alright. I'm going to use my bonus action first and use my Balm of the Summer Court to bring healing Fey energies to Ulseth. And you got 3 hit points and 1 temporary hit point. I believe it's 1. Yeah. So that's my bonus action. Do you want healing or do you want to try and kill this thing quicker?
I think it would be best if I were still alive.
Alright. I'm coming around behind you while avoiding the monster. And I will cast Cure Wounds. Take 11 healing. But that's all my movement, my bonus action, and my action. So I am done.
Okay.
I poured all the healing into it.
Well, let's see if I can't do something with this. He goes charging over and gets directly behind. And he's gonna take his pistol.
I will
And
try to stay out of the way of the beam coming through.
he's gonna add
Just like shoots
That-
through all 3 of us. Just pierces through all 3.
that will hit. And let's see what this does.
So do you think his pistol's fervent tech? Yeah.
I am quite sure of it.
Okay. He takes his first attack, puts the pistol kind of under the backside of its rib cage, pulls the trigger, and you see a shot come bursting out of the top of its chest. As this little beam just goes searing through, spraying a bit of the ooze that's inside of it onto Ulseth's face.
Oh, on the open wound. Yeah, that's gonna need disinfecting.
That's good.
Yeah, you have a nice shot from where you're standing.
He then takes his rapier and stabs it straight through his heart, coming out the other side, as you see the life drain from the creature's eyes, and it goes limp, and the captain pulls his rapier back out.
Good job, Captain.
As you look around, you see the other Haugen. Some wounded, some dead, others engaged in still vigorous combat. See, you fell this particular one, and they begin to scurry off the ship, making these scared, screeching noises as they dive back into the sea.
I bet that sounded just like the voice.
Well, this is a little more pleasant.
And that
Less
concludes
butt shaking too.
combat.
You got pretty low, huh?
That was mostly dead.
Okay. But you're okay now?
I'm okay now.
Everyone all right?
Thanks to Ishmaela, I am doing okay. I was in very, very sad shape there.
Combat.
You did a whole damage.
Yes, I did whole damage.
You did one.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
really good.
So if I put the value to how much damage I did, It would be 1.
If the captain hadn't killed him that round, it's a very good thing that you succeeded on your vicious mockery, because that particular creature gets advantage on any creature that does not have all of its hit points.
Oh, is that what you asked?
Yes.
Dang, that's pretty nasty. Well, we better search it. You want a trident also?
Perhaps it would be a trophy. Bob, is this something that you would want?
No. It's a bit large for my taste. The trident itself is about as long as you. It's a very, very tall object, and it towers over Bob. Not really my thing. Feel free to take it.
Okay, I will take it.
Is there anything else on the Haugen?
There's some sort of, you would call it armor. It's basically shells, like stitched together. It wouldn't really function for a non-Haugen body.
Does it cover its nipples?
I think it's a fish person. It probably doesn't have any.
It's not really nipples to cover.
You said fish person, so the person part has the nipples.
Hey, Nines, do you want a shell?
Oh, I don't want creepy fish nipple guard.
Alright.
Shell.
Should we just push it off the deck? What do we do?
That's what the other sailors seem to be doing.
Alright.
Hey, Olsef,
What?
maybe we can catch big fish if you use that as bait.
Ah, that is a good idea.
And then
And morbid.
Ah, what a good idea.
it's really pretty morbid.
I suggest just shoving it off the side of the ship.
Yeah.
It's best not to carry these things around. They really get smelly after a while.
Are these the things that drove all the fish away, too? So.
I doubt that they drove all the fish away, but something called them to our ship. I don't know what.
Nines.
Yeah.
Did you call these guys?
Oh, that's not my posse.
I'm kind of curious. I'm going to try and turn into a Haugen when I'm not in line of sight of people.
Yeah, I think actually you probably would be able to do that.
Awesome.
You would have to do your best approximation, because the one that you saw was a large creature.
But I
so
saw
be changing
other ones
size
on
class.
the deck, right?
Yeah, most of them are bigger than Ulseth.
Okay.
So you can do your best approximation,
I can do like a short Haugen.
but you would be on the small side.
All right. I'm just curious if I could.
I kick it off the ship.
And it is gone.
Can I go back to sleep now?
Well, the sun is just rising, but yeah, I mean, you're a tabaxi. There's nothing that says that you can't nap all day.
I turn in for the night.
All right. You turn in.
I do some fishing.
Okay.
Guidance.
All right. Go ahead and
It's a
let's
luck.
roll a luck check here.
You can't use guidance on luck.
No, but I can get. Seriously, is that what I think it is?
What else did you roll?
A 2.
A 2 total.
Hey, that could be really good.
That could be even smaller than
You
a
just
sardine.
fished up an old god.
No,
Oh.
you don't. You don't.
There's not a great old one on the line.
No. You pull up. You pull up a loach. It's
A loach.
small. It's a small fish, but kind of pretty.
Mm-hmm.
It's long and skinny, and kind of
I
it's
feel
very
like-
very like cylindrical as a fish.
I show it to Ishmaela.
Wow, that's a small fish.
It is. You who are shorty, here's a little fish for you. You could perhaps do something with it.
He only catches tiny fish and giant.
I'm gonna do that.
I keep fishing. It can't get any worse. Well, it could, but not very much worse.
I'll fish too.
Okay. Why don't you each roll percentile dice?
35. That should be pretty average.
88.
Okay, you got an 88. What did you say you got?
35.
35. Okay. The 88, you pull out, you actually pull out a sea bass. And
It's at least a C+.
Thank you. I was going crazy for a moment.
But you're sleeping.
and well, Seth, you pull out a sturgeon.
No.
Oh, nice.
Show you the sturgeon. Are sturgeons endangered in this world?
No, but I think they're freshwater, which is weird.
Yeah, that is weird. But are they endangered?
No, there are sea sturgeons.
Are they? Oh.
Yeah.
Are they endangered?
In our world, they are quite rare. I don't know if they're endangered, but there are sea sturgeons. They're in the Atlantic.
In the real world?
In the real world,
Well,
they are in the
in
Atlantic.
this world. I need to know whether to give it to Shorty.
There's
or throw
not
it back.
really endangered fish.
The fishing isn't quite as
And yes,
intense.
You who are Shorty.
No, I'll just cook it.
Oh.
Don't
Sorry,
give him
no.
the good fish.
Oh, okay, you are right. I will give
Jeez.
Ishmaela the sturgeon, and she'll keep the sea bass.
In the real world, I just looked it up. The Atlantic sturgeon is critically endangered, which is why not a lot of people know about them. But in this
They're not endangered
world,
in this world,
no, they are not endangered.
Well,
Okay, well then,
first I'm gonna.
you now have 2 fresh fish.
Yep, I'm gonna salt the sea bass,
Okay.
and first I'm gonna check and see if the sturgeon is male or female.
It's male.
Okay,
No caviar.
no caviar, unfortunately, but the male parts are also considered quite delicious. If you want 9s. Oh, I'm gonna hold these 2 large fish, turn into that Sahagin we fought, and stand over 9s.
Olsef! Get your trident!
I am on my way, 9s. Oh, I recognize these fish. Do not worry. This creature is not likely to eat you.
So there's a chance!
You have a chance.
Alright, I'll prepare the fish. I'll have a
The
nice
sturgeon.
Are you gonna change back?
Eventually. I'll clean up the sturgeon. We'll have some nice sturgeon sashimi to start. Some nice raw sturgeon since it's very fresh. And
You
then
got imitation sturgeon? Would it be like a sturgeon?
I don't know. Oh, Madonna, got it.
I thought you were sleeping.
I woke him
You
up.
woke me up!
Oh, that was a mistake.
And then I'll cook the sturgeon in a nice clear broth.
Okay.
Yeah,
You make a
with some grain.
nice fish.
Yeah.
Anything else that you would like to do today?
Practice lockpicking.
Practice. grief, why does that keep coming up? 6 and 28.
I rolled a 6 and a 21.
Okay.
I got a 71 and a 99.
Dang. You did way better than we did.
You're getting to be a real zither master.
All right.
That's like great, Professor.
Then, as the day concludes, we're going to take a quick break. We've been going for a little while now. And that wraps up day 9. Yeah, that wraps up day 9. So you only have 3 more days left on your journey. And we'll be back in a few minutes to see what other adventures they get up to on their way to Krebstadt.
Right in Krebstadt.
There's still
Or
fog
in
happening.
Krebstadt. What'd you say?
Is there still fog around?
No, today there was no fog. So,
Should have investigated that fog.
but that does remind me. Roll a percentile die.
Oh.
9s.
Oh. Oh no.
39.
Okay. We'll be back soon. Find out what that 39 means. welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed a refreshment. I got myself some warm apple cider. I'm very pleased at the moment.
Spiced.
Yes. Warm, spiced apple cider. So I'm very happy. When we left off, Nines had just rolled, what was it, a 39?
Yes.
Yeah, 39. On some percentile dice. So, the next day.
Oh, we made it to the next day.
I'm sure there's treasure just waiting for us.
Even with a 39, we survived.
You notice within moments of waking up that the ship is in much rougher sailing than it has been. The ship sways and rocks and crashes through the waves.
Are we sick yet?
I don't know. Are you?
Yes.
Roll a Constitution save.
I mean, I didn't say you guys took a torpedo hit or something.
17, so I'm not
Craig.
really sick.
Proton torpedoes off the
Yep.
aft bow.
Yeah,
I felt better.
off the aft bow.
This is my first time on a ship. Leave me alone.
Let's practice a torpedo hit.
Is it-
Torpedo hit in 3, 2, 1, go. There you. Oh wow. Yeah, they would be very impressed in 1965.
That's our target audience.
1965 as our target audience.
Yes. Just
I think
that
people
year.
who were watching Star Trek while it aired, that's the other half of our demographic, the over 70.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other half of it.
And the other part of our demographic are the people that they're trying to show their grandkids Star Trek and they're not interested at all.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Grandpa, we have something better than beepers.
It's called Daniel Tiger.
I was babysitting this week, and we watched a few hours of Daniel Tiger. Daniel Tiger started after my sisters had grown up, and it was one of those shows that I didn't really familiarize myself with. I didn't know that it was a Mr. Rogers thing.
Oh. Well, it does star Nines.
It does star Nines, but Daniel Tiger is Mr. Rogers. It takes place in the land of make-believe with Good King Friday
Oh.
Oh.
and
That's nice,
is it
actually.
Prince Tuesday? I think it's Prince Tuesday.
And Wednesday Addams.
That is not. Yeah, so I found that out. I was like,
little-
oh, because
the
I've heard of
little-
Daniel
Where's that
Tiger.
fan
but-
Little
art?
kitty puppets.
No, they're it's animation.
Oh,
So it's
they
like
don't
set in
have
that
the little
world. It's
hand
not
puppets.
the Mr. Rogers thing. But I was kind of like, oh,
That's
well,
nice.
I grew up with this.
Wow.
Back on topic.
This is now
One way
a
to-
review
one way
of
to-
Daniel Tiger, the podcast.
One way to manage seasickness is to be distracted by, trivia.
Anything.
That was a trick. You had to watch just 25 or whatever episodes we're at, just so we can get. That was our segue into Daniel
Just
Tiger.
segue to being a weekly Daniel Tiger podcast for adults.
Should we try that?
I don't think I can. I really don't think I can imagine a podcast less good
So we're
than
you
a
have to admit,
Daniel Tiger
yeah,
weekly
focus.
podcast for adults.
Adults.
We'll never know until we
only.
try.
It's a very adult podcast. A lot of cursing.
A lot of cursing, a lot of drinking, a lot of illegal drugs.
Are we there yet?
There's part of me that wants to do that. There's part of me that wants to make the Daniel Tiger adult podcast.
Put your pitches in the comments below. We'll take a look at it.
Oh no.
Oh, that's
Comments to the side, wherever it is.
Have
Wherever you
the
get your comments.
Have the seas calmed down by now?
no.
It's
No,
been hours.
it feels that way.
So, Captain,
Yes.
what are your thoughts about Daniel Tiger? Your very adult thoughts about Daniel Tiger.
That's a terrible name for the podcast. Adult thoughts about Daniel Tiger.
I think
Very adult
very
thoughts.
adult thoughts about Daniel Tiger. You could
Captain Bob, I have a question.
Yes.
If you live in town of make believe, wouldn't you go through some sort of existential crisis?
Well, the entire city's make-believe, yes? So, I have a feeling that all of the citizens are both fully aware and completely unaware of the fact that they are non-existent. It is make-believe, so anything's possible.
If he's Good King Friday, what is he the other days of the week?
Bad King Friday.
Oh no.
He's only good one day a week. That's why they seclude him away.
That's why they say thank God it's Friday.
Or every day is Friday.
No.
No, I'm pretty sure he's Hump King Wednesday.
Alright. We're backing off from that before I go into it. So.
I'm gonna edit that out.
very adult thoughts about.
I'm gonna. Why don't I have the time marker on here? Just
Why don't we roll the next day?
It's nearly evening now, so
yeah, it's very much evening
I'm gonna
now.
practice my lockpicking.
You know, this show's gone off the rails a little bit from time to time. It's never gone like this episode right now. It didn't just go off the rails. It said where we're going, we don't need rails, and then flew off into the sky. That's what happened just now. Oh boy! All right.
I lean over the railing. Speaking of rails,
The seas are still rough as the day goes on, and you find yourselves encouraged to mostly just stay in your cabin today because the
that is not
deckhands
hard
are
to
all
do.
quite busy, and you seem to mostly be getting in the way every time you step outside. They're
I'm gonna just practice lockpicking.
busy taking thing. Basically, they're busy making sure the ship doesn't sink.
did they batten the hatches?
Sure. I don't know if that's a real thing.
I think isn't it just like you fasten them shut?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if the term is batten.
Batten down the hatches?
Yeah.
That's a real.
Is that a real
nautical
thing?
phrase? Yeah.
That's something pirates
never
say
sure
all
that-
the time.
You know, my stepfather sails. I've heard him say that every day. Just every
Every waking opportunity.
waking opportunity.
I practice my first and
Really kind of makes Thanksgiving awkward.
Go ahead.
I'm practicing as well.
I started a book club for Daniel Tiger.
Good grief. That's weird.
When no one joins, I just practice my cipher.
9s.
49
Oh, I rolled a 49.
and 88.
I did not roll.
Okay. Sorry.
49 and 7.
Okay.
60 and 61.
Your groupings are getting really
Good
good.
lord.
They're really more often than
It's like
not.
the third or fourth time you've done that.
Yeah, the third
Today.
time.
Do you not roll one of the die the second time?
No, I did.
I mean, either way, it would still be very impressive. Even
Yeah.
if he only re-rolled one half the die. Okay. The next day, the seas are now calm again.
Thank God you didn't have to roll this time, 9s.
What are you talking about?
What?
Is there anything you'd like to do
I want to
today?
get off the ship, SS Make Believe.
I wanna. Can we see about? We saw in that last combat there were some ballista on the prow. I want to check those out.
Okay, sure. You head up to the top deck, and you go over to the prow of the ship, where there are 2 ballista mounted with harpoons.
Now this is how you fish.
I do not see how you can fish with that. That is not a rod
Jesus.
or a pole.
Point it at your target. I assume. Do I have no idea how
You've
works.
probably never seen one of these before.
Well,
Captain,
this is a big hook.
how do we use this to go fishing?
One typically wouldn't use that to go fishing, although you might use it to skewer very large prey that you caught while fishing.
Oh,
Well, I will go fishing.
teach us how to use it.
Do you intend on keeping whatever it is that you reel in?
Unless it is endangered or magical.
Or really cool.
Well, I think everything in the ocean is really cool. So,
You're just saying that because you're on the ocean.
well,
Guilty.
guilty as charged. If you were to catch something very large with that impressive fishing rod of yours and reel it in, but it was too much to bring on board with the line alone, as you found out with that large ray you caught the other day. This here would skewer the beast on the other end, and you could then use its much heftier line and, pointing now to tip of the harpoon, a much heftier point to bring it aboard.
It would skewer it so it would become a fish kebab.
Yes, after a fashion, indeed it would.
How do you use it?
You simply point it at the target, and then you depress this little lever here. And he points to a small lever near the rear of these harpoons.
We're stealing one of these when we leave, right?
They are mounted to the hull. I'm not sure
We
stealing
steal
them
ship,
is...
right?
What?
We steal the ship then, right?
I'm not going to steal this ship.
But you're a famous pirate captain. Why wouldn't you steal this ship?
I
this is the
am not
biggest
a
of
famous
Playboy
pirate
crime.
captain. You keep saying that, and it's not true. None of the
What
other...
are you?
I am a simple merchant, helping you arrange travel.
What do you sell?
I sell rugs.
Wait, can I see a sample?
I don't have any with me. I sold my entire stock when we were in Stillbow.
Oh, what's my identity? We never came off my identity yet.
Or mine.
Now that
Or
is
yours.
something we should probably work on. Is there anything that you had in mind?
I like name Fred.
You like the name Fred?
Yeah, Fred.
Well, I guess Fred is an alright name. What is your tragic backstory, as you love asking people?
I'm warrior from small town, going out to avenge family who died in fire. I am going to kill the fire that killed my family.
Oh, very good.
Was it a
People
fire
know me.
elemental?
Sure, an elemental killed my family. And that elemental is going to fear the day it crossed paths with Fred the furball fighter.
The furball?
No, furball fighter.
Oh, furball.
How apropos.
and alliterative.
Yes, all best fighters have illiterate names.
Yes, that is true.
Also, Ralph.
For a bald fighter.
The Olaf altar. No.
So when do we begin calling you Fred?
We can start practicing now.
You look more like a Daniel to me.
I was taking a drink, and the moment you started talking, I was like, nope, 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 not gonna do that. I am not gonna do that.
So you who are a Bob now,
Yes.
when is it that we must assume these other identities?
Well, you must assume them by the time we reach the Cornwall Republic.
Do we need to do them in Crabtown?
No, you have no need of doing that in Krebstadt.
Okay.
So when we're on the Zephyr.
Yes. Then we can learn them.
That would be most ideal to practice while aboard the Zephyr.
Have you caught anything yet?
I keep trying. I apparently have not.
Why
Not drinking enough, Olsef.
Why don't you roll a percentile die?
Okay, it's a percent.
29.
29.
Okay.
That should be good for,
Something.
Yep.
29. You pull up a moderate-sized stingray.
Oh.
This is way more moderately sized than the last ray you pulled up.
Yes. The other one did not have a stinger. It was a Manta Ray.
This one is about 1.5 feet wide.
This is very small compared to that.
What do we do with it? Let's shoot with the harpoon.
I throw it back in.
All right. There it is, 9. Shoot now. Oh, you missed it.
Okay. I fish a little bit more.
All right.
There's nothing else to do.
No, we're just sort of on a boat.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the day
Refuse
passes.
to do work.
Yeah.
That's right.
Or
We
you
could
catch
keep
a
busy
few
doing work, but who wants to do that?
You catch a few more sardines during the rest
You're
of the day.
getting a whole canister.
I give those to Shorty.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna put this in a nice liquid oil. I'm gonna fry up and I'm gonna put them on some pizzas so people like to eat them.
Why do you talk like that?
How would I work?
Like all of that.
Well, this is how my mother raised me when I was a young boy. And all the time my father done tell me to talk. Oh, feel I'm gonna talk like this. Back where we live. That's the kind of sort of way to up there, but you don't know the one about that where you're from. I'm sure about that.
Okay.
What do you say?
I don't know. Let's go.
We go. Ishmaela, will you cook dinner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the best look out there, and they're gonna be the one we fixing it. Fences it from nobody out there.
I'll make the sea bass from yesterday.
Okay.
Or 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
But I salted it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, YouTube has auto subtitling.
Uh-huh.
Really want to know how it subtitles that?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it will say indistinct.
What the hell is Steven Magnet?
Yep. So,
Even though a bit salty, it is very good. Thank you.
No problem. I blanched it so it shouldn't be that salty.
so the day closes out then.
Yeah.
Practice.
Oh yeah, practice.
As you begin your practicing for the evening, you see the side of the ship, the side of your cabin, is pierced by a harpoon as it comes crashing through the wall.
The stingray's back for vengeance.
I told you we should have shot it.
And then you begin to hear shouts from the deck above.
At least we're wearing our armor this time. Let's run out.
Olsef, turn your flame stick on.
Yeah, turn it on before we get up top, so you don't have to waste a bonus action in combat.
Flame on.
The Yep. That's
That happened.
that happened. When you get up to the top, you see many smaller Sahaugans swarming the deck, attacking. They're only like 3 feet tall or so, but they're vicious and they're tearing through things, climbing all over the masts, the sails, attacking sailors, biting into their arms. It's absolute chaos up here.
We have to fight.
Yeah, we must clean up this mess. Although it will leave
Are we doing
slime
it
on the deck.
non-lethally?
No.
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 I mean, I might, but you can choose. This is your choice.
It's your choice.
No, these are vicious mockery.
All right, then I need you three to roll initiative, and since you're just coming out from the decks, the captain is not there. The captain is up by the helm. And if you wouldn't mind placing these two, they're not quite as good as the last one, but limited resources. If you wouldn't mind placing that red one, kind of right there, yeah, and then the blue one over behind Nines and against the side of the ship. Ah, very good.
Do you want any others, or is that?
Nope, that's it. Once again, you guys are engaged with a small faction of the overall group, and there's many people fighting around you. So, theater of the mind. Sorry, your initiative, please.
9.
9.
Yes.
And Ulseth, you.
21.
Whoa.
Woohoo! Look at you.
Yeah.
And Nines.
Also 21.
Wow! Look at you all. And the captain goes first. He rolled a nat 20 on his initiative.
Dang.
So,
Oh, is he helping us specifically in this fight?
yeah, for the purposes of fighting, temporarily he's the DMPC.
Oh, alright.
Yeah.
Also, he doesn't get paid if we die. No, we gave him
got
money
it.
already.
He already got me.
I mean, he, in theory, could just loot your bodies, but that's not very good for business. You know, when...
Well, if I die, I'm certainly writing a bad review.
Yeah.
So, he comes...
My soul goes in this ring if I die.
He comes to the edge of the railing there, stepping down from the top helm, going up to the railing on the deck below. And he takes aim at the red base, which will be... Those 3 and 2, so it'll be that one. All right. Captain draws out his handy pistol and takes a shot, firing, but just barely misses. It fizzes by his right shoulder. He takes another shot. This one landing square in the leg of that red one and dealing not that much. not a lot of damage on that. But it the bullet pierces the upper thigh of this creature and starts bleeding a little blood, and it lets out a
I have a similar vocabulary.
I have a feeling that we just pissed them off the other day. So, stay safe out there. And now, Nines, it is your turn, because you have the higher dexterity.
All right, we'll start with Vicious Mockery at... there's one by the railing.
Yeah, the one with the blue base.
Yeah, let's go with the blue base one.
All right.
Hey, you! You're as ugly as you sound!
Go ahead and roll for damage.
It's really hard to come up with creative insults for these things.
You could
They don't give you a ton of material to work with.
There's a world of fish puns.
No, we burned all of those out. Anyway, I did 2 damage.
I'd say there's more like an ocean of fish puns.
Yeah.
No, that's too much.
A world is plenty.
I
An
didn't say
ocean
fish.
is too much.
I slurred and said fish punch. So there is an ocean of fish punch.
Every time you open your mouth in the ocean, you get a little fish
Fish
poop.
punch. Ooh, yep, you do.
Anything else that you would like to do?
I'll inspire Olsef.
Since you got beat up last time.
Okay. And now, Ulseth, it is your turn.
I will run over to the one that was insulted.
Oh, right here.
I will use the inspiration.
You don't
Raise,
have to use it yet.
use my flaming sword. It's just as well that I did, and 11.
With inspiration.
Yeah, with inspiration.
Olsef, why did I even inspire you?
I don't know.
You
This is that kind of day.
you swing wide, finding nothing but air as it fairly nimbly dodges out of the way.
And I raise a Lashalar. And attempt to slash it across the neck.
All right, go ahead.
12.
You also you just continue to find that it is
Must
a little
be
bit
the
more
movement
nimble.
of the ship.
Yeah, a little queasy. Do you have any excuses today?
No.
Oh.
And
Just, there it is.
now its turn.
The blue base.
Yes. It leaps forward at Ulseth and attempts to bite at you. But your AC is 15, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And you manage to just kind of knock it back down, and it hisses at you, but is not able to deal any damage.
Teeth
Sorry,
aren't considered to be melee slashing weapons, are they?
No. Sorry, it is now your turn.
I'll move over here. And I am going to cast a spell at the red base. Let me pull it up quick. I pull out from my component pouch a small vial of water. Drop a single drop on my hand. Whisper a few Fey words to it. And it creates a large ice shard in my hand, which I hurl at it, casting Ice Dagger at the red one.
Okay.
Ooh.
Go ahead and roll for your attack.
19 to hit.
That will hit.
It has to make a dexterity save of 15 for part of the spell.
It does.
Alright. Then it is only taking 6 piercing damage. It does not take the cold damage.
Okay.
It was gonna do a lot more damage.
And which one did you throw out? One or two?
The red one.
The red one. All right.
I was hoping it would fail its dex save because it would do a lot more cold
lot of
damage.
damage.
But
Okay. Then that brings up its turn. And it charges towards the captain.
it's ignoring me. Okay, well, mean. I can get like down here.
And that is all it can do.
It couldn't do you want it to use its action to charge up?
No.
Wow, okay. What's it
There's a lot of things in its way in the mind space, the mind
doing?
theater.
The Mind Theater.
So it's just gonna do that for now. And that will bring up the captain's turn. And the captain steps over to his right, basically as far as he can go, putting distance between them, and draws his pistol, aims square at it, pulls the trigger, and this time fires a bullet straight through its torso, and it rips through and goes out the other side, and it's bleeding quite a bit, and it's so that does need to record the damage.
We should steal that gun.
And he fires another shot. This one also connecting, although just grazing its other leg at this point. That one's looking a little beat up. Not out of the action yet, but a little wounded. These seem to be a little bit hardier than the last one. You might want to just be careful.
These are even hardier than the last one.
Even though they're
They're
shorter.
like half the size.
Yeah, it's all the vitality of the big one crammed into a smaller packet.
And Nines, it is now your
More
turn.
condensed.
We'll go ahead and inspire Olsaf because he can't hit something right in front of him.
That was very nice.
Are you inspired, Olsaf?
I feel much inspired.
Are you inspired enough to hit anything?
I will find out as I make the effort when it is my turn to do so.
Which I think it is now.
I'm going to viciously insult the one that's attacking Olsaf. Like, dumb fish, jump into his flaming sword!
Can cook you from the inside.
We're not gonna actually eat you though, that would be weird.
That's gross, you probably taste terrible.
Smells bad.
Okay. No, go ahead. Roll for damage.
Another one. Because
We're so good at this.
Yep. That'll do it. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
no, I'm just gonna stand away from everything.
Okay. Then now, Ulseth, it is your turn.
I will use the inspiration because why not? Using
Because you can roll before using it.
Yeah, I think if you roll, see it's bad, you can add it as long as you don't tell her your result.
oh, I can't.
And no, as long as he doesn't know the result of his roll.
All right.
Oh, that's
I can
right.
know the number,
Well,
but as long as he doesn't know the result of his roll.
I don't know what the
But if you roll a 1 or something, you can generally.
hat.
You're like trying to see if even a 6 will help with that number. That die just didn't even want to be part of this anymore.
12 doesn't fit.
No, you know that already though.
I raise Alar. No, getting a 9. Oh my god. Okay.
Ulseth, the seas are wearing well on you.
We need to get you on solid ground, also.
Your sea legs have not come in.
Well, I haven't taken any damage yet, so this fish rage thing hasn't. Oh god.
Action surge.
Should I try it?
Go for it.
Action surge with my main
I mean,
hand.
you're getting all your rolls out now.
Can't get much worse, and it doesn't get much worse. Oh, I thought it's a 12. I thought it was a 2 again. No, but it's not plus 6. 18.
18 will hit.
Wow.
And you're attacking with your flaming sword, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's only the main hand.
Then I need you to roll and tell me first the flame damage you roll.
Oh,
Yeah, it might be
2d6?
vulnerable or half resistance or something.
4.
4 fire.
Four fire damage. Okay. Now roll the rest of it.
Olsef, get some new dice.
No kidding. 7.
We got you those dice as a present, and it was a curse.
Okay. You slash out and cut it across its chest, leaving a nasty gash and a little bit of that black ooze bleeding out from it. But it seems to do little more than recoil for a moment and then go back at you.
You need some breast mints. Anyone have a Tic Tac?
I have peppermint.
I love when I do
oregano
something
added.
that's like really
Intimidating.
horrifying and intimidating. The players just respond with
You need a breath mint.
like no reaction, just dead inside. Since that was your action surge and leaving would provoke an attack of opportunity, I'm guessing that you don't want to do anything else.
I'm staying where I am.
All right.
Okay. Then it is its turn as it once again tries to lunge out and bite you with its vicious, gnarly teeth. And it does manage to grip on this time.
Even with disadvantage?
Yeah.
Why can't you roll that good?
Yeah. It definitely manages, even with disadvantage. But you did manage to avoid having it crit. So, hey.
So it does pay off.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Olsef.
Not bad.
You're welcome.
You have undoubtedly saved my life again.
Yes, I do save everyone's life.
I did all the healing last time.
We all forgot about that. This is now, Soria.
It deals 10 damage
This is
to
a
you.
present.
10?
Yes.
The captain said that this, they were dangerous.
Sorry, it is now your turn.
All right. If I want to run over to that ballista and turn it around and fire it, can I do that in one turn?
I would say that you'd have to use movement speed to turn it. So you could get there, but you would have to use your action to turn it this round. But you can use, because you would use all your movement speed getting there.
All right. First thing I'm gonna do then is use my Balm of the Summer Court on Olsef and throw 3 points of healing plus 1 temporary hit point onto you. And that's my bonus action. So if I Thorn Whip and pull it away, you're just gonna miss it. So
You don't know that.
oh, I do. I'm gonna run up to the harpoon thing and take my action to rotate it towards number 2.
Okay. And anything else you'd like to do?
That's my action movement and bonus action.
All right. Then it comes up to that one.
Yeah, but what about your free action?
I'm gonna shoot this big harpoon thing.
Great idea. What? Does that mean we have to eat it later?
Yeah.
I mean, how much shorty makes?
I'm gonna get you guys up my dang old ship. Boom!
Hitting things with a frying pan.
Yeah, he just like clobbered one over the head with a frying pan, and it does the and then falls down.
The little birds fly around its head.
Little flying
Daniel
fish.
Tigers.
Little flying fish.
It's little flying fish. Now it's the red base's turn, and it's gonna move up and advance all the way to the captain. And no, it definitely misses. In fact, it takes a lunge and then falls prone.
Wow, it slipped.
Also, if the captain is doing so well against his.
Well,
I know, without even trying.
the deck is wet up there.
That's where it's furthest away from water.
When does it do like that?
I thought you were saving your vicious mockery for the enemy.
It runs up, leaps
the
forward,
insults
trying
are
to
for you. The
grapple
vicious
onto the
mockery's for the
captain
enemies.
and sink its teeth into it. But it like falls short in its judgment and lands flat on its face, totally sprawled out, like spread eagle on the deck right now.
Rolled like I do.
Apparently.
And the captain looms over it, takes aim, and fires, hitting.
Hey, Captain, wait! Where's the one-liner?
He's a little busy.
You're never too busy for what? That's the whole point! It's short and sweet!
Don't know if I'm gonna kill it this round.
That's your one-liner?
Olsef can come up with better ones than that!
Back to the depths with you, or
One-liners only work if you win after they're said.
kind of work?
And he takes a quick pop, pop, and cracks 2 shots in its head, dealing quite a bit of damage. Given that it's prone and is basically at his mercy, but it's still squirming around. So after 2 shots ring out from his pistol straight into its chest, it's like and starts clawing up, wildly grasping at him. And Nines, it is now your turn.
You should have said a one-liner. It would have died.
Isn't the other guy's turn, or did I miss that?
No, he goes before me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, he,
Yeah, he viciously bit me.
He goes after you and Ulseth and before me.
well, once again, I will inspire Olsef.
Please stop wasting.
Olsef, are you gonna hit him this time?
I will definitely hit him with my flaming sword.
Alright!
I
And I'm
guarantee
gonna
it.
I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on him.
On me?
Hey, fish face!
Oh.
That's what you look like!
Go ahead and roll for damage.
1.
2. I double the expectations.
You've done way more damage than Ulseth.
You guys throw so much shade at each other. Anything else you'd like to do, Nines?
No, just, well, leer at Olsef.
I raise my flaming sword and slash most effectively. Actually, that has a chance.
With inspiration, maybe.
16.
You hit!
And you need the fire damage separate.
I need the fire damage separate.
The fire damage is 4 out of 12.
Yep.
Not rolling great there.
No, but I do get 10 slashing damage.
Okay. You stab into this thing, and it squirms as your blade pierces its shoulder. But it doesn't seem to be all that phased by...
No, I raise a
Blow.
lash and aim at the wound.
All right.
13.
That does not hit. So you slice out with your offhand and just come up short.
Whatever.
Well, the first part was pretty cool, Seth. And then you just kind of went,
Weren't you like trained in sword fighting?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
God, the amount of shade you guys throw at each other, holy shit. Okay, so this one goes now around Ulseth,
Yay.
feeling
One is doing all the damage.
feeling a little hurt by the insult, and lashes out at 9s, lunging towards you. What's your AC?
13.
And when it tries to grab onto you, you manage to just barely pull your hand away from its jaws as it
Oh, good not being bit, 9s.
You are very lucky that you had that Vicious Mockery land, because there was another nat 20, and the other roll was a 4. So, very lucky.
It's not like it's all skill.
Sorry, it's your turn.
I'm best.
Do I have
Make
a
you
line
feel
of
bad.
sight through the masts on two?
Well, let me take a look.
Yeah, like that's gonna stop Soria.
I would say that right now it has partial cover.
Well, I have no experience shooting this ballista. It has partial cover. But what's important is that I have a one-liner ready.
Oh, good.
And I aim it in at the blue base one and say, "Hasta ballista, baby."
Oh,
And shoot.
okay. I want you to roll. Just roll a d20.
I know.
With- Because you are not trained in this. It doesn't take a lot of training, but you've never like fired something like this. And you're so just roll a d20.
10.
As you let the harpoon loose, it flies out with the rope still attached and embeds itself into the forward mast. And
I made sure the ship wasn't the mimic.
that's what happens.
Was that my action to do that?
I will say I'm gonna have to say yes.
I just wanted to know what I have
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, you have movement and bonus action
Alright.
left.
I'll move over here.
You don't want to go to the other ballista and try?
No. I'm bad at this.
He doesn't have another one-liner ready.
No, I use the only good ballista one-liner. I guess I could say I'm feeling ballistic.
I mean, playing off of your first one, you could say, "Yeah, I'm back," and then fire it.
But it doesn't have ballista in it. So I'm gonna use my Balm of the
I'm
Summer
back,
Court.
Ballista.
I'm using my Balm of the Summer Court, my other die of it, to heal Ulsa some more. So you get 6 hit points, plus another 1 temporary.
All right.
And that's all my actions.
Now you have Prone up there, who is gonna stand up, zing half of its movement, and now try to attack the captain again. This time, gotta check the captain's AC. Just grabbing on, sinking its teeth into him, and really latching onto his arm, tearing off a big old piece of gloves that he was wearing and gouging all down the side of his left hand. I hate these things. And that will be its turn.
Was that glove expensive looking?
I mean, it didn't bite the hat. That's the important thing.
That's true.
It didn't bite the hat. I've had enough of you. Takes aim with his pistol, sets it level, and unleashes a shot straight through its head, and it just falls limp.
That was not a good one-liner.
Yeah.
I'm sick of you.
I don't have a lot of patience for one-liners right now.
You had like 4 turns to think of one.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You could have said, like, you're a little fishy, or, like...
Now let me give you a hand.
You smell like dead fish.
We'll tell you what, next time you give me the one-liner and I'll say it.
As
How
he's now
about-
fighting off
Alright,
some others that are surrounding him.
let's finish this.
That one's not bad.
Thank you.
Nines, it's your turn, Mr. One-Liner.
We've been wailing away at this one here and, like, failing miserably.
Yeah.
Also, are you inspired this time?
I am very inspired. As much more than in the past, yes. Inspired.
Okay. Now I'm gonna do another vicious. Well, actually, I'm gonna take 2 steps over so it's flanked. Because I'm afraid Olsef is gonna just like fall over if he has to move.
Good lord. You guys are you're so shade to each other. Oh my god. Well, go ahead.
It's just the dice. Do you
It
wanna
could be you,
borrow mine?
Olsef.
What? Are you done?
Oh, I'm to insult this. I'm too busy insulting you, though.
Also, that's roll a wisdom save.
I'm not casting it at Olsef. I'm just insulting Olsef, not magically insulting Olsef.
Well, are you gonna magically insult the fish man? I like that there was a bit of saliva that came out there.
That's my insult.
Was that a? I think that was insulting you more than anything else.
That's not how the fish sees it.
Believe it or not, I'm gonna say that was some horrible insult in its fish language.
In Sahaga.
And yeah, roll for damage. Bing.
2. I can't get a 3 or a 4.
You got 2 again?
Yeah.
Well, hey, you keep steadily climbing up. And I mean, you have prevented quite a bit of
Borrow
damage.
my die.
No, okay. It can't just be happening. Turn me around so that I'm facing and I'm flanking so I get advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Maybe this will be the difference maker.
And a 3.
Yeah, exactly.
22.
That hits.
Yep.
You did it.
22 hits.
Doing 8 fire damage. and
That was much better on the fire damage.
6 slashing damage.
You're finally getting the hang of this.
Mm-hmm.
They were pretty slippery when we started.
And I raise a Lashalar.
Uh-huh.
Doing 24.
That will hit.
Well, no, I can't insult you.
Doing 8 slashing damage.
You stab in with first your firebrand and then slash across its front with your offhand, drawing out just puddles of its black oozing blood as it starts to recoil from you now, with like hissing quietly.
It looks like your luck has run out. Or mine has started.
And
Okay. Good job, Olsef.
Thank you.
and
I think I'm
then,
getting the hang of this fish slashing business.
It lashes out at you,
You being
Ulseth. That is the second time I've rolled those exact numbers.
yeah.
A 20
And a 4.
and a 4.
All right.
So I saved us from 3 crits.
Yes,
You
you
have
did.
saved
At this
from
point,
3
yeah.
crits.
It
And
must be very annoying.
I'm not really annoyed. This has been an interesting fight. You guys have had a lot more difficulty fighting these two than the first one.
Yes.
And the first one was significantly deadlier than these two, stats-wise, but not every combat is equal.
Sometimes the dice work with you.
And sometimes you fall over a barrel comically while you're trying to escape a building and look like an idiot. I've had that fight too. So this one tries to snap at you, but its wounds seem to be holding it back as it just doesn't really want to move anymore. And it will instead now move out of the combat area, trying to slither away.
Like over here.
Yep, and that should trigger an attack of opportunity.
From both of you.
Is that with advantage or not? How does that work?
Yeah, because you were flanking at the time that it moved out, you get advantage on the attack.
Uh, 16.
16 will hit.
I just got a 13.
Okay.
4 fire damage. And 9 slashing damage.
You deal yet one more grievous injury to it, but it still pushes itself away, leaving a trail of kind of oily, slimy blood behind it as it links across the deck and then down into the sea, and all of its brethren seem to start to do the same, and the combat swiftly comes to an end without all the foes having been felled.
How you feeling?
I feel like I need to practice with this new weapon.
I meant damn it, health-wise.
Oh, I am feeling actually quite well, thank you.
Alright, I'm gonna check on Nines and the captain. And then I'm gonna perform general first aid to the crew.
Okay. The captain says, I'm fine. Now this'll just take a day or two and it'll be alright.
Yeah, it'll leave a really cool scar too.
I have many cool scars.
Really?
What's the coolest scar you have?
Oh, probably this one. As he pulls back his coat just a little bit and there's this long scar down his chest.
Oh, what's the tragic backstory behind that?
I got in a bar brawl.
Did you get any from when you were a child?
No, I had a very nice childhood.
Nice childhood.
Although I did once break my arm when I was falling out of a tree.
What kind of tree?
It was an elm.
Native to...
In many parts of this world.
Is that like in front of your house?
This particular one was not, no.
But you had one near your house, right?
I had many trees near my house.
So, why is it that you decided to climb an elm?
It looked fun.
Was it?
Except for the falling out part.
I'm gonna start administering first aid.
Okay. The crew seems to be grateful
Yeah.
for the help, even if it's not necessarily someone going to help a few of them.
Oh no.
This was a very nasty response to the first fight. And
Did you like kill their king or something?
I do not know what it was. It just spilled black slimy stuff all over the place. It is
I
unfortunate.
think that's blood, Olsef.
You think so? I don't know. It does not look like any sort of blood. It looks like black slimy stuff.
It's really oily,
Constitution.
and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Nat 20.
Oh.
Baby!
Okay, you don't find this particularly appealing. This is the combination of many tastes that you would find rather foul, but you keep it down.
I keep the blood down, right?
Yeah.
If you want.
Told you,
to.
Olsef, it's blood!
I mean, as far as you can tell, this seems to be blood. It doesn't taste like any blood that you've ever tasted before.
Like a fish oil.
I mean, it's like some sort of weird mix of fish oil and then, like, there's a lot of salt in it. And it's kind of pasty in a weird way. This is just a very strange substance. But
I get my daily recommended amount of omega-3.
You probably got like way too much omega-3 on this. Like way too much. Anything else you guys would like to do
Will you
before
be
the
needing
day
dinner then,
concludes?
Nines?
So I'm gonna make some nice, really like oily fish soup for us for dinner. Like he's like
This was, if I
Can you
remember
not do
correctly,
oily stuff
right
this
as you were
time?
falling asleep.
oh right it was.
It's
Yeah,
It is
we'll
at the end of
practice
the
our
day.
lock picking then.
Yeah, now that the adrenaline is flowing.
Did anyone ask about the harpoon that's currently in the mast?
I certainly.
I think the intention was fairly well surmised. All right, Soria.
13 and 46.
Okay. Nines.
Again? Okay. 31 and 99.
Wow.
You're so good at the zither.
We must ask you for a recital
And
tomorrow.
Ulseth?
70 and 12.
That concludes then day. I think that's day 11.
I think so.
Yeah. And the morning of the 12th day comes.
I wake mine up with some greasy fried fish. Really, really. Like.
Oh, yeah, why did you do this to me?
What do you mean? I thought you liked free food.
You're right. I just take it.
And anything you'd like to do on your last day at sea, presumably?
Well, I'll offer.
Captain,
Yes.
are we there yet?
No, not yet. But I'm having some very refreshing, lightly fried potatoes. They're done in a skillet and tossed up with a bit of...
Oregano.
that seems to be Runian salt.
Would you like
Can I have some?
In the kitchen.
Would you
Oh,
like some parsley?
Oh, I'd love some parsley, thank you.
You want to eat some potatoes?
Sure.
Okay. I will join in eating some potatoes.
I can't speak with animal.
Okay.
Let's again, Shorty.
Welcome to the
But you need
I
comprehensive.
cast it
language.
again because I think I cast it wrong.
I'll have some potatoes, please.
Here's some potatoes.
Thank you.
Potatoes also, please.
Potatoes are really popular this morning.
I'll take potatoes, but also take that thing out of your mouth.
What?
You don't have thing in your mouth.
Well,
Open your mouth for me.
me.
Open your mouth. Rolling a perception check.
Roll an investigation check.
Yeah, this is definitely investigation.
Well, plus 0, so 19.
I mean, nothing but, teeth and a tongue.
How's his dental hygiene?
Shockingly good.
Nice.
You're surprised.
He has really good teeth.
Yeah? Can I see? Oh, those are nice teeth.
Oh,
I turn away my will whenever I die.
I go up on back and eat my potatoes.
What was this?
I
where are my
agree.
potatoes now?
Fresh out of potatoes.
You're not a potato.
Fresh out of potatoes.
What do you mean I understood that? Also, I'm sure you're potatoes.
I will share my potatoes with you.
You had a whole fried fish this morning already.
You hit me with it.
We got some sardines out here.
Sardines are a good oily fish. Very healthy.
I just take Olsef's tray and leave.
Ooh, like some bacon?
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll have bacon.
I'll have bacon.
Oh, bacon? Yeah, let's have bacon.
He like walks back as you put it on our plates, fresh out of bacon.
That's the cheese we have, and that's big old feast.
I agree.
Yeah.
I offer to help clean the deck of the black slime stuff that isn't blood.
Oh, that's nice. You were going to do some work. Just when we get into port, so it looks like we've been working the whole time we've been on the ship.
There's a lot of it.
Okay. Well, I'm
If there were
swabbing
a
away.
dozen last time, or 30 this time.
That's a lot of Haugens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Olsef, you missed a spot.
Anything you'd like to do on this last day at sea?
I'm gonna just take it easy.
I will
right.
perform my concert for the people so they can spread the word of nines.
Yes.
Or Fred.
Oh yeah, when they're in port.
Whatever's more convenient for them to remember.
All right. Then after a more relaxing final day on the waves, you start to pull into the cloudy covered waters of Krebstadt. And the sort of drab light of the area takes over. The smell of, well, crustacean fills the air as you see ships 4 or 5 times the size of your own, hauling crabs bigger than marsh oxes out of the water, and crews fighting them as a couple of people go around tying their claws shut.
Do I see anyone taking bets to see which one gets cut in half?
Oh no. No. Nothing like that going on. These operations are clearly quite well practiced, but also very dangerous. The closer you get to the island of Krebstadt and city of Krebstadt, you are more and more overpowered with the smell of crustacean. And as the city down cracks over the horizon, you see an odd sight. A city of gleaming white buildings, sparkling in the little tiny bits of sunlight that peek through the clouds. And a mist begins to form, that sort of slow hanging perspiration that I'm as me, Alexis, known to quite hate. But that's the weather in the area. As you land at the very large docks of Krebstadt, yours is one of the smallest ships there. And Nines, you see a vessel that you've never seen before, but you instantly know what it is. And bile starts to rise up inside of you as you know the gaudy, tasteless, disgusting palate of your rival is decorating a boat docked just a few piers down.
Sorry, I got the harpoon gun.
Why does that ship have a weird-looking guy painted on the sail?
You know, that
we'll
wasn't
discuss it after
necessarily
we
part of
sink
it, but I'm gonna say yeah. Yeah, there is a very large face embroidered into one of the sails. Wanted it to last.
I'm glad we got at least this side, so I don't have to look at his ass.
Why are you so upset about that hideous boat?
That's the voice.
That
That's
boat
the
is the
voice?
voice?
Well, this face is on it.
That's the voice?
And you start to hear
Right.
the crew chatter. Hey, Voice is here? Oh, I wonder if he's having a concert. Yeah, we should all go if he is. We're gonna be in town for like a week. Let's go to the concert.
Yeah, we should go to the concert.
No, we're not going to a concert. We're going to go backstage and steal from him.
Oh, a caper.
Yes.
Oh, perhaps you
Come
could
on, let's
use
go
your
rob
cape.
the voice.
What are we stealing?
We're going to get my loot back.
Oh, right. I thought you were going to challenge him in honorable combat, but theft is way better.
I'll do that later.
And
Do you have any plans for his ship?
Mine sets things on fire.
I need like a week to think about it.
I mean, it's, you know, I set that up and I regret it. On that note, we will
On that note,
call the session to a close and you all get to level up.
What? Level 3?
Yeah.
But we were only like level 2 for like
A year.
3 sessions or something.
like 30 seconds.
No, I think
Maybe
this is
15 sessions.
15.
It was a long time.
You guys leveled up at session 10 from 1 to 2. And then at session 25, you're now level 3.
So then if this pattern continues, in 20 more sessions we'll be level 4, and then in 25 sessions past that we'll be.
Or it could be in 22 sessions. You don't know what the pattern is. Is it an increase of 50% each time? Or is it an
Fibonacci
increase of 5 each time?
It's a Fibonacci sequence.
That's the pattern thus far. Or is it an exponential increase? You have no idea. Or it could just be my whims.
Or what
I think we
do
just
in-
lie and just say we're level 13 right now.
But you guys do get to level up.
So that means you two get to have subclasses finally.
No, yeah.
Yeah, you guys get some subclasses. And we are going to record a special level up video, like we did last time. And this one will be a little bit extra because we have crafted 2 unique subclasses for their characters. And you get to learn a little bit more about them when we record that level up video. So, we'll see you all next week. And in the meantime, stay safe. Take care of yourselves. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.